All right, here we are. We're live for the Sunday night stream. Sunday night, Monday morning, one of the slowest streams of the whole week. Let's see what happens. I have no clue. It's a great night, though, for pricing up cards and for organizing and cleaning and doing all the things we like to do on a Sunday night. A. Vargas, the first person in the stream. What's up, man? We have PDX, Jonathan Lewandowski. How's it going, man? We're starting at 1:38. That's pretty much on time. We've been starting around the 1:30 time period. So that has become the late night stream. You could call it the overnight stream if you wanted to, really. Yeah, weird. Sunday night usually is a slow night, and then the Monday daytime stream the next day is pretty busy usually. That's the pattern, but we'll see if that pattern's different tonight. So today we have, we have hot breaks, and we've got Destined Rivals box break is up now. Let's see. Well, I guess I'll say free giveaway. Hot breaks. Destined Rivals break. Instead of hot breaks, let's say Espeon close, which is actually true. Espeon close, Destined Rivals break, live card shop. All right, we'll hit save on that. I don't think the price of anything changes tonight. Let's go ahead and ping the stream. We're going live for Sunday night. Andy Man's here, Oscar Resendez, AOVIC, NHCC. What's up, guys? Did you get the February submission details? February submission details. Like the grades? Yes. Yes, I was reading them out yesterday. Here we are. Did you have a card in there? I'm guessing you had a card in there. You're like, what'd I get? What'd I get? There we go. All right, Mr. Mahasvara. I've seen the streams where you go over the return and you see them as my slabs. They must have been missed when gathering stuff. So, Mr. Mahasvara, let me print another label for you. I believe your name is Bradley Plante, right? There we go. I bet you what Alexis did, she simply did not search carefully enough for the right name. If I had done the shipping, I would have caught it all. That is because I know who you are and I know your nickname. All right, no problem, man. Yes, but I didn't hear what I got. Technically, you're not supposed to know till it comes in. Hold on. All right, so I wrote down both of the nicknames I typically use with your slabs, Maha and Mahasvara. Sorry about that, Mahasvara. They'll be right. She'll be back in on Monday, so they'll be right out. Sorry about that, man. I'd have ran into them eventually, and I'd have been like, "That's not right." Here we are. That's silly. I should be more careful when I ship your stuff because, you know, you're a unique case. You still use a nickname. Most people don't use nicknames, so Alexis isn't looking for that. I probably wrote a note, but here's my bet. I bet some of the labels probably say Mahasvara, and then, or not labels, some of the slabs probably say Mahasvara, and then I bet some of them said Maha, M-H-E, which is like a shorthanded version of the full name. And I probably did that carelessly because I recognized the nickname so easily, but she wouldn't. She wouldn't. You got an 8. No! What did you have in there, Jonathan? What card did you have? Can you tell me? All right, so here's the bulk. There we go. I'll remind you guys again, we got these bulk booster packs for $4 a pack. They've just been restocked. They really are just full of junk. You might enjoy the junk. You can donate the junk to the Pokepot for 10 rolls in the Pokepot. So the Pokepot's just a little fun extra thing we do with junk cards. That is ready to go. I actually got in this room at 11:30 a.m. and I was spending the whole night preparing a BGS submission. I'm like, this is close to the last step. But yes, we're very close to our BGS submission. I should be able to wrap it up in like a day or two. Let's see what you guys are saying. How's it going, guys? We got 26 people in this stream. We're exploding with people. That's like 1 million people. So here's the TCC giveaway. Let me get it prepped. You guys are the first ones in the stream. So about the 30 or 40 minute mark, we're going to roll this for you guys for being here early. People who are here early get a better odds. All right, so just type in TCC. This is a nice $110 poker card. Here's a gym break right here. That's a lovely gym break. Yeah, we had, Sunday night's a great night because it's typically pretty slow, and whatever it is we needed to work on, we can actually work on that on a Sunday night. Pokey Drew, what's up, Pokey Drew? Aaron Breckens, Archie Abbott. How's it going, everybody? Cycle Crusher, James Trimble, Bo. What's good, Brandon? TCC. I opened up a vintage rocket pack to grade with BGS. The whole pack was bad. It was so sad. Just, it was like setting $400 on fire. Man, vintage sucks, man. We actually have a rocket card right here for sale. Look at this. This bad boy got a 10 with PSA, and that almost feels underpriced at this point because it is just so difficult, dude. How can this only be 135 is my question. That's too cheap. That's too cheap because it's hard enough to pull the card you want. It's hard enough to get a booster pack where the cards aren't screwed up. There's so much that goes wrong, and those packs are so expensive. All right, so according to this, I had some stuff delivered, but it wasn't delivered. From China. Let me open this up. I have that in first edition English variant. Oh my God, why do they do this crap? I hate it. God, dude, I hate verification crap. I don't know why they do that. It's so annoying. All right, we'll just copy this, and then we'll paste it in here. We'll turn this music down a little bit now. So where was it shipped? It was shipped to the Huckleberry Hill home. That's what's going on. Shipped to the Huckleberry Hill home. God, dude, they're so stupid. I knew that's what happened when I saw it. I'm going to have to go pick it up probably. Okay, here's Mr. Andrew Mercer. He's ready to receive his Captain Pikachu. You know, I had actually not really made a mistake with that item. I shipped it to the address probably on file on PayPal or whatever. And the problem was he had moved to a new address, and so I just mailed it to the old one. You guys are in charge of letting me know when your address has changed, and you really got to make sure you get my attention on that too, okay? But I told him I wanted to make sure that he considers coming back and does more business with us. So what I did was I spent $100 replacing the most important card. And so I hope that's enough that he will want to come back and do some more business. I'm going to go ahead and delete the other address. Actually, wait a second. I'm going to edit it. I'm going to grab the email out of there. There we go. And now I'm going to delete it. Okay, so his old address is deleted. Now let's lay that email down. And let's grab his name. We're going to rebuild the address with what he has given me. So this is kind of like just a straight up $100 loss for me. Of course, he lost some money too. Be sure you guys always stay on top of that with your addresses. He lost some other cards that might have had some value too. But the Captain Pikachu was the most important card. All right. I'm going to reduce the weight on this. We're going to get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. There we go. NHWC, yup, and Squirrel Equivalent, both 10s. Thanks. Psycho, you got a first edition Rocket Charmander. Did Jonathan say what he had, by the way, what he wanted me to look up? Oh. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and print this. We're going to hit accept on that and print. Okay. For me. So I'll leave a note on this in case this label works its way over to Alexis somehow. Also, because I don't want her to have it, it should be for me. Let's jump over here. Oh, it sucks that I paid so much for the Destined Rivals because it is 100% falling in price. That is twice in a row. That is twice in a row that it is falling in price like that. First it was the Rocket set, now the Destined Rival set. Pre-ordering is not always a great thing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and print up some labels here for eBay. Excuse me. Give myself a little cough there. They weren't that pricey when I got them in 2021. All right, we are selling through the... we are right now selling through the Weiss Frieren. So if you want to open those, you should do it. One box Frieren. I think we've sold like 4 boxes of those. just on eBay. Once you post it on eBay, you don't got all day long to purchase this. We are. God, I hate this song. What is this song? It's terrible. Jesus, dude. That was sounding terrible. All right, let's try this again. Destined Rivals may hit a floor around 200, 250. Yeah, it's looking like I'm probably going to lose money on that. I think I'm probably going to open it for myself and just grade them, you know, because there's no point trying to sell them to you guys if I have to ask a high price. So I can just open them up and get them graded right away by like PSA or something. I don't know. Maybe I get lucky on the grades. Who knows? It's like a different gamble at that point. Okay, one box Frieren. Just knock this out real fast. All right. So we got boxes of Frieren. This one's really interesting. I sold a slab on eBay that would have been really hard to sell here on the table. And so it just shows you, once again, the importance of having an eBay channel where you can get rid of your stuff. Because there's just some cards that apparently nobody wants until it's clear that somebody does want it. So let me grab it, and I'll show you guys what it is, because I know you guys will find this fascinating. It would be, look at this one, by the way, I posted. So this is a really boring Ruby Sapphire energy removal, and it's just a dumb trainer card. So I sent that one up onto eBay. Why would anyone buy that? Well, because they're trying to get a complete collection together of that set. Now, let me show you what I just sold. I sold this card right here, the Moonstone. What's fascinating about the sale of this card, you'll notice that it says $50 on it, but I actually sold it for $65 on eBay. So the payout on eBay was just fine. Even with the 13%, after you remove the 13% is fine. You guys were going to get it for $50, but I sold it on eBay for $65. So I'm going to say just this on the label. Okay. I'm going to remove the stickers so he doesn't feel bummed that he didn't get it for $50. Of course, if he knew where to find me, he could have bought it straight off the table for $50. So the new thing tonight is this, guys, the Destined Rivals box pre-sale. That's for a whole box of Destined Rivals. You guys can try to get a whole box of it for $40 before it's even here. Some people like to participate in those pre-sale box breaks. Some people are too impatient for it. Oh, you can't even read it. It's smearing. God, that's so stupid. All right. There we go. Labels are printed. Let's see what's next, guys. So we're jumping over here. We have a Beatrice Moniz. Aloha, can I get a spot in the Entei? The Entei break is over. Hunter Tipton was in here. Okay, oh, he goes on the left. Found a TCC Makima slab. That's so cool. That's pretty neat. Okay, we'll need that. All right. Anthony Kalura, Beatrice. Good luck, Beatrice. So Beatrice, if you take this Entei, you even out your scorecard. But if you miss, it gets really bad. Was looking at Makima cards. eBay's global, no stream live requirement. Exactly. So eBay is a great way to liquidate. It's just that you got to pay the eBay fee. You got to. eBay's going to charge you. So, and then you have to know how to ship cards. You have to know how to list. There's, you know, and you might deal with the bad customer. You might deal with the scammer every now and then. You never know. But eBay's, you got to have an eBay account. If you're going to be a card collector, you got to have an eBay account. I also recommend everyone have an Instagram account so that you can post your collection and make sure your Instagram account matches your eBay account. So that if people find you on eBay, they can find you on Instagram and beg for a reduction in price. They'll come on to Instagram and say, hey, sell direct, and let's cut eBay out of the deal. Ooh, Beatrice, you get round 1 with the Blaziken. Round 2, Polyrath 90. Pincer with 60. Round 2 goes to Hunter Tipton. It's all tied up. Round 3. Oh, Machamp's really good. Oh, you won by 10. There it goes. It goes to Miss Beatrice. Congratulations, Beatrice. Pulling the win with the Swampert. I think it'd be fun to get some different cards in here. Like maybe 1 or 2. What do you think I ought to add to the deck, guys? I like the tool cards. Those are fun. Not the tool cards, the trainer cards. If I message you on Discord about a specific slab, would be able to look them up to see if you have them, or would that be a fee? You can just ask me here, what slab are you looking for? Here we are. Was it something you saw go by? Is that what you're wondering? Okay, Beatrice, you're now 2 and 2. That's nice. And Hunter Tipton, you now have a faint. Just don't do Whatnot. It's Gamer's Paradise. All right, so this goes to Miss Beatrice. Okay. And you get a card too, Mr. Hunter Tipton. Both people get a card. Looks like you're getting a Hydreigon. That's not bad. That's with an H. Let's go find his bag. I'm kind of in love with Cosmic Slabs. Yeah, that would be why they're so expensive. A lot of people are in love with those Cosmic Slabs. They're pretty neat. Let's see. Mr. Hunter. Does Hunter Tipton have a bag? He might not have a bag. Oh man, this box is all the way full. It's kind of annoying. I think we get you a new bag then. Okay. Just don't do Whatnot. You know, I learned about Whatnot from another guy. He was telling me about it, and he explained that you still pay like an 8-point-something% fee to use their platform. And I was like, all right, 8% fee. But there was another fee too, and I was like, well, what's the point? Just list on eBay at that point. Okay, Hunter Tipton. Yeah, oh, right. So it was like an 8% fee with Whatnot. But then there was also a processing fee. No! And so the final fee could look like a 11%. And it's just like, what's the point? Just list on eBay at that point. You don't got to use Whatnot at all. There's no point to it. Okay. Looking good. Can you open up some PRB Japanese for me then? Just missed the battle. Would you like me to get another battle set up? I can set up another one. Would you like me to do that? I don't mind. Let's see. I might have a similar one. Let's see. It's kind of cool. I like this Mimikyu alt. Rattle loves Whatnot. Free content. Lately, there's been a lot of free content on the internet. Holy man. It's a free content marketplace out there. That one's a real good one. All right, Galarian Moltres. I think I'm a fan of this Galarian Moltres. What is this called? So this is called V-Star Universe 190. I just want to see. Well, I'll shop for that later. 10 tag Galarian Moltres 190. Okay, so we can put you right into here if you'd like. Ooh, there's not one for sale that I can compare it to. Let's try PSA 10 then. I think we're going to do $37 per spot. 5 PRB will be fine. All right, sounds good. 5 PRBs. And those are Japanese, right? Yeah, they have to be because the English one's super expensive. This one's a real good one. People are going to jump in this one. Big fan of this Galarian Moltres style. That's it. By the way, you know why this is so good, right? This is another Shinji Kanja. Every card he makes seems to be really, really creative. I love it. All right. I'd like to get on a gym break, but not this one. Sue, Andrew Mercer has a label made. I likely have something to pick up at my other lake house. And here's Mr. Omar Batui. Entei battle, first time for me. Okay, and you said 5 of the PRBs instead. PRB. See if I need a fresh one, but I swear we don't need a fresh one. Ah, there it is. Hard to find these sometimes because there's so much stuff over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Look at this. I gotta cross grade this. It got 9 for surface. I'm worried that the cross grade will go poorly. I can't decide. Do I cross grade it or do I crack it out? I don't know. BGS is really tough. I need to do that very soon. I can't have that laying around. I need it to convert into money, and I need to get it sold. Hey, Michael Butler. What's up, Michael? How do I give you my information for shipping? Yes, so if you don't have a PayPal account for me to look into from my side, all you need to do is email me your information. You can find my email at the top of the description. It's TheCardconomist@gmail.com. Top of the description, you'll see my email listed right next to ZELLE, I believe. BGS grades came back? Not yet. Not yet, but I'm getting very close to doing a new BGS submission. I worked on it virtually all night. I think I worked on it for like 4 hours, man. I worked on it for a while. I sent for 3 spots in Espeon. Ooh, that's going to be good. Hear that, guys? I'll fill that right now. So Espeon, 3 spots. That brings it up to 6. Here it is. All right. Happy Sunday night to you all. The slowest night of the week for me is Sunday night. Let's see. Bow tie. Sometimes Sunday nights can be pretty rocking, though. Tossing that over there. Okay, Mr. Omar, good luck. PRB 1 hit, $300, so I sold my position, kept on box English. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. 1 piece, huh? All right. Set this here. And we'll set this here. Let's go, baby. I caught one. Hello, Charles Black. How are you tonight? Ooh, that's nice. Okay. All right. Shoot. There we go. And this guy is a full art. Very nice. Etched card. And there you go. There we have them. All 5 of them. Thank you, Mr. Omar. Appreciate it. All right. We have a new gym break going. This Moltres. Throw this away. I got these stupid holographic energy cards, and they're like curved. They're going to cause everything to fall over. One piss. Hey! Mr. Omar. This box is starting to get so full that I don't know if it's going to fit. Omar Batui. Omar Batui. So you get the double bag, huh? I think what we can do is take this and place this here. And then grab your baggie. That appears to just be hollows. Grab your other baggie. Ta-da! So close, yes, so far, Mr. 10 days till payday. Oof. 10 days, that's like forever in Pokemon card time. In 10 days, I might not even be the same person. This won't be the same group. All right, cool. So we finished this. And now we've got Team Rocket Grunt. One Hail Mary in the Espeon break. Yes. There you go. The breaks are always fun. They're a nice $40 shot at an already graded 10. 14, 15, 16, and 17. Ooh, quite close, quite close. Oh, my room's muggy, dude. It's so humid in here. I can feel my skin. Just make sure you have sealed cases of OP. Should I? I got a couple cases of sealed OP. One piece. Here's Whismur. So I just don't think Whismur's going to sell. What do you guys think? You think Whismur sells? Whismur seems like one of those Pokemon that ain't going to sell. Here's Magnemite. You know what? He's eBay. He's going away. Let's not worry about Wismar. Lately, I've been putting more slabs on eBay, and I'll tell you why. It's because I got too many slabs now. Dehumidifier. Been here for over a year and a half. Come on, new people, don't give up. A muggy room. No bueno for the cards. It's not that humid. You have to understand, I like living in an ice cube. Here's James Trimble making it onto the giveaway slab. Congratulations, Mr. James Trimble. Okay. Good. eBay may be the best option for a lot of slabs. It's a hot market. Everything's on fire. Okay. No orders in the queue. We're starting off a little slow. 26 minutes in, but that's all right. It's Sunday. We could just chill out and talk. In the news, Joe Biden diagnosed with prostate cancer. Oof. Tough stuff. Ooh, I need more sleeves. Just about out of sleeves. What else was in the news? Something else was in the news that wasn't so good. Yeah, there was a couple pieces of news. Here's Milotic. Okay. Very nice. All right. Oh, the attack on the fertility clinic. Did you guys hear about that one? That was a little crazy. Some guy blew up he didn't blow up an abortion clinic. He blew up a fertility clinic because he believes it's wrong for people to give birth to people without consent. And it's just like, all right. Just another crazy ideology. All right. He was in the car when it blew up in front of the clinic, so he committed unalive, which I guess is what you expect, you know. Okay, here we are. This is $38. Serial killer shouted out Trump as his last words before execution in Florida. Not a good look. Oh, it's funny. Well, I don't think anyone's taken a serial killer's personal opinions too strongly. Very nice. Ooh. James Comey's in trouble. James Comey, former FBI director, he took a picture of some numbers that, I think the numbers vaguely mean something like, it was like an assassination call for the president. Like, I don't know. He's being investigated for that. I don't know all the details on that, but I read the headline on it at least, right? Like every good, barely news reader. Yeah, just a lot of news. There was the historic Mexican Navy ship that floated backwards under the Bay Bridge, and there's like 11 sailors in critical condition from that. Holy. Because apparently they fell off the wooden masts or whatever they were, and they like fell 3 or 4 stories. Oh my God. Just crazy stuff going on, man. All right. Mim I Ku 234. Oops. Just crazy stuff. So that was in the news. Looks like only PSA 10 of this exists. No tag 10s. The ship lost power and drifted into the bridge. That's so sad. It's a nice looking ship too. Isn't that a pity? Okay, it looks like we're going to be asking about 85 on this. Okay. It's always like that with us, bro. 86 means to terminate. Yeah, exactly. And so, you know, he then he deleted the picture he posted and said, oh, I didn't know it meant that. And so everyone's like, yeah, you did. What are you talking about? It's possible he really didn't know. Maybe he's just really stupid. But it would make a lot more sense for him to definitely know what he's posting. Grab this. We're going to offer this one as well, but it's going to be I'm ashamed James Comey graduated from my college. Did anyone ping the Discord? Pity for the 2 lives lost and possibly more. 2 people passed already from that? When I looked at it, it was just 11 in critical condition. No one had died. Wow, that's sad, dude. It's just supposed to be a nice thing. No one's supposed to die. Oh, man, what an awful day. It was like a slow-moving disaster, too, you know? So bad. All right. Here's Pokemon Terra Festival Umbreon. He's really nice. Yeah, 2 died. Dang, dude. It's terminated in a legal sense. The wording gets mixed up. A lot of people on the right said the same thing for Biden. There it is. I blew up the bathroom earlier. Oh, my God. Here's a beautiful Umbreon. You guys are getting a shot at some of these nice slabs as they're coming up. These are from Tag Grading, and they are looking beautiful. Umbreon 093. It was a training boat. They failed the test, I guess. Oof. That was a training boat. Okay, this is going to be $40. Okay. Ta-da! Your school. Pretty sure he graduated first. Yeah, it's his school. What? Okay. Let's see. Mr. Michael, he says, 1 round of shipping, please. I sent my information via email. Yay! So what'd you have there, Michael? A bag, some slabs, presumably. Did you have anything interesting? Like, I don't know, like a graded booster pack or anything like that I need to know about? Might be nice Wazo. Let's grab the second box, because I don't see you in the first box. Maybe you're in the second box. Maldonado. What do you got, Mr. Michael Butler? I don't see you in the second box. No, it's the sister school. Okay, third box. Michael Bethel. Michael Curtis with 2 very expired bags. Michael Butler, you must have slabs then. Is that right? I should have a few slabs. Oh, there we go. Okay. So let's get a label going for you for some slabs. Slab time. Slab me. Okay, we're going to grab your name. If it will let me grab your name. I saw a lot of Pokemon content today. I guess I was just getting lots of Pokemon content. There was a lot of excitement over the prismatic SBCs. And a lot of people were posting their very bad pulls and how much money they spent on them. Like, there was this one video where this guy bought like 4 of the SPCs. He got 4 of them, and he pulled virtually nothing out of all 4 of them. And he was just really upset about it. It was really, it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch. The pull rate in prismatic just shocks me over and over again. All right, we're trying to get this all queued up. Unless they change that pull rate, you know, those slabs are not looking so bad right now. Call the Pokey Plumber. Sounds about right. I'm a toilet terrorist. Oh, my God. Let's take a quick look. What is a PSA 10 prismatic Umbreon go for? Okay, prismatic Umbreon. The cheapest prismatic Umbreon has fallen all the way down to $2,650, which really feels more like 2.8. His price, that's low, but it's not that low. Crazy. Tempting to buy one. Yeah, I don't know what to think of it. It's a cool card. It's not necessarily my favorite card, though. I mean, he looks cool, I guess. One guy pulled 2 Umbreons and a Glaceon. Yeah, I heard about that. He's a YouTuber. I can't remember his name. So here's Michael's thing. Okay, Mr. Michael's going to be slabs. All right. I want to take a look into this. Mr. Carlton Wicks is next, and he says 1 Espeon break, 1 Poke Shuffle, $10 to slab away. Carlton Wicks, you got it. Okay, Mr. Carlton, slab away. Here it is. You've got a gram of gold going down to $95. Oh, yeah. And then here's the Espeon break. What a box. 2 Umbreons, dang. Yeah, crazy. Carlton Wicks. I just pulled out a tonsil stone. Ooh, here we are. Here's the Espeon. There we go. Let's count these up. Make sure they're up to date on the count. Should be 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's right. So 2 spots remain on the Espeon. He might go off. He sounds like he might go off. 2 more people in there and it's done. There it is. You also asked for 1 Pokey Shuffle. Good luck in the Pokey Shuffle. It's a $5 chance for a slab. A bit cheaper on auction at the moment. Yeah? Guess that makes sense. Why would anyone bid it over the cheapest buy now price? That's 1 cold Pokemon card. There you have it. Mr. Carlton Wicks, thank you so much. We have an order from Danny Say No More. He says Fortnite times 2. Mr. Danny would like 2 Fortnites. You got it, Danny. Here they are. Oh, I got that Venusaur over there. I should price that too, huh? Mr. is the best. Aw, thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right, what? Ooh, there you go. You've been working for this, man. You've been opening these. All right, you got 1 holo First Strike Specialist. Cool, man. All right, good job. Will this even fit in here, or is it too wide? No, it's not too wide. I got these side-loading ones. I didn't buy these. I didn't buy the... Well, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use a top loader. I don't like the way that was working. Use it on a round corner card, probably. All right. In you go. Ta-da! Okay. You got the rest of these. Good. That's the hit. And here's... Lovely. Oops. Very good. Just getting some cards ready for BGS tonight, man. I was working on that all night long. It's a lot of work getting that stuff ready, you know. When cards come back from the grading company, it's all fun. You're like, yay. You know, this should go into some kind of hits bag so it's easier to find, shouldn't it? What's a U.S. debt downgrade? So basically, when your debt gets a really good rating, it means that you very reliably always pay your debt interest back, your debt and the interest. It works like this. First, you should know what debt is. The United States doesn't make any money, so it has to tax us for money. That's how the United States gets money. It taxes us. But then the government says, wait a second, we collected all this taxes, maybe $1 million. Let's just use $1 million as an example. Although it's probably more like $1 trillion or whatever, 10 trillion. I don't know what it is. So they collect $1 trillion, but they need $2 trillion because they spend $2 trillion. Oh no, we don't have enough. So how do they get the rest of that money? Well, the government doesn't literally print money. What it does is it issues debt. It prints debt. It's very similar to printing money, but it's slightly different. With printing debt, the government promises to pay it back one day. So the government prints up something called like a bond and says, here, somebody buy this bond. Who's going to buy this bond? You and I can buy the bond. China, Japan, the rest of the world can buy the bond. Or the central bank can buy the bond. So one of those 3 groups can buy our bonds. It's our debt. The government sells debt for money. And it says, okay, so we want to sell $1 trillion of bonds and we'll pay it back $1.2 trillion. That's what they'll do, 1.2 trillion. So they'll pay it back, right, with interest. And the rating basically just says how reliable the government is at paying that debt back. When a major, bond grading company says, you know what, I don't think the U.S. is going to always pay its debt back, that puts a lot of pressure on the United States to have to raise its interest rates to sell that bond because other institutions say, well, they're saying you won't pay it back, so we're not going to buy it unless you increase the amount you're going to pay us back at. So it damages the United States' ability to sell bonds, to have a lower status on its bonds. But I don't really, that's in theory. It might not actually change anything. It might turn out that other countries don't care what like Moody's thinks. They might go, I'm buying U.S. bonds anyways. What's better than a U.S. bond? You know what I mean? But yeah, essentially what it means is these major investment companies believe the United States is less reliable for some reason. And the timing on that looked really strange. But yeah, basically they're saying we're not going to be able to pay our debt back. Interesting. Okay, Danny, I got a box for you here. The hits bag. Hey, what's up, L dude? Revenue versus spending. Where does Fortnite fit into this? What happens if you owe a lot in healthcare fees and you pass away? The healthcare company can't collect on you anymore. Maybe they try to, maybe they request from the government that your estate is paid out to them. I'm not sure. I don't know that one. The market is a loophole. Countries have the benefits of being able to gain technically infinite income on a long time span through tax, so they're able to take debt at a much better rate. U.S. looks bad because of the trade wars. Damn, bro, never heard that before. Sounds kind of nasty. A loophole getting drilled. USA is a consumer economy at the moment, so tariffs are very tough on the economy. Excuse me. Trump's cutting spending, but he's passing another tax cut for the wealthy. Middle and lower class pay. Everyone has different opinions on that kind of stuff. I kind of am staying out of politics to a certain degree. What I found recently with politics, people just get so angry over politics. And to me, it's not worth engaging at that point. So I don't like to engage too much in politics. You can always pick my mind, though, with how, you think I think the market works or anything like that, because I absolutely do love finances. And I think that, I think that crypto's looking good. I think that, oh, wait a second, we're not going to do a break on this. It's going to be priced. He introduced these tariffs, and then he quickly pulled back the Chinese tariff. So if it just stays that way, then the economy should return to growing at the rate it was before. And I believe some tariffs that countries had against us have even been reduced. So the total outcome of the tariffs hasn't probably been fully decided either. And, yeah, I don't know what'll happen. No one really knows. It's all crystal ball stuff. You don't know. I don't know. We're just speculating what'll happen soon. But after Moody's downgraded U.S. bonds, that definitely made the market dip. You have to think, people who don't even believe or agree with Moody's, they're going to pull their money out anyways, just because they know other people are going to pull their money out. It's called speculation. So there's going to be a dip, but I wonder if it rebounds on Monday. All right, how about this tag Radiant Venusaur? Anyways, we are. We will have to see how it all plays out. Let's see. We just want buy it nows. We don't want anything else. Okay, looks like we're going to do about $35. Excuse me. Talk cards, no more politics. I want channel to get more buyers. I was able to tell the tonsil stone. A quick Google search, I guess medical debt does not go away if you die. It does become part of your estate, which begs the question, what is your estate if you're someone with no family? I'm just talking about currently, USA does have a consumer economy largely at the moment, so tariffs hit harder, so it makes sense Moody downgraded. I don't know the exact reasons why Moody downgraded, but the United States being a consumer economy, first of all, the United States isn't strictly a consumer economy. We actually sell stuff, and we're such a big country, we sell quite a lot of stuff around the world. But we net consume. Nobody in the world has a better consumer market than we do. That's because America as a country is so successful. So we've successfully produced a lot of value, like technology, Facebook, Microsoft, all this video game stuff. We successfully invented all this software and all these other technologies and stuff that just really changed the world, like the social medias and the iPhones. So America is a wealthy country, and as a result, we've become this place that produces goods, and we're always looking for cheaper labor, so we're forcing the cheaper labor over to a cheap country that produces goods cheaply and quickly and with fewer rules. But those things are they're actually being consumed by us because we own them. So like, who owns Walmart? China or America? America owns Walmart. But Walmart wants the production of the goods to occur outside of the United States. So, you could call us a consumer country, but we're also a producing country too. Like China produces the goods for Walmart, but Walmart occurs here and expanded globally. right? And so the owners of Walmart are here. So it's a little more sophisticated than just producer, consumer, producer, consumer. It's a little more sophisticated than that. But it's an interesting problem because, you know, if a tariff is being introduced, the government still collects the money. The money hasn't really necessarily left America. It's just now in the pocket of the government. It's almost like a different way to increase taxes on consumption. You've increased taxes not just for the Walmart side, but for the production side too, because Walmart's going to say, hey, we had to raise prices on your stuff, and so we don't want as much of it because it's not selling as fast because we had to raise prices to maintain the same margin. And when prices go up, demand goes down, right? We buy less stuff when it's cheaper. So this pressure is absorbed not just by Walmart, but by the producer of the good as well, which only exists because Walmart exists. Here's Paul Newman. 2 Magic the Gathering Tarkir Storm. You got it, man. Let's get it. All right. Putting this here. I've heard foreign automotive companies have avoided tariffs for years by shipping the parts to the U.S. to be assembled here so that it was made in the U.S. Yeah, I hear there's a lot of tricks like that. We are? All right. Ready? All right. So these are pretty pricey, guys. This is an $80 order from our friend Paul Newman. Tarkir Dragonstorm. Okay, snipping this. All right. Very nice. Ready? Ooh, Elefante. So we've got Elephant. We've got Bloom Vine Regent. Very nice. What's this going to be? Stadium Headliner. Here's Herd Heirloom. I almost said Heirloom. Gold Lust Triad. Ooh, you know what I didn't do tonight? I didn't watch the new Last of Us. I need to watch that tomorrow. We were watching James Bond. The Spy Who Loved Me. It was okay. Riling Dawnbreaker. Wow, these cards are so cool looking. Toyota has done that with their trucks for years. Here we are. There we go. Here's Storm Shriek Feral. Very good. Here's Inspirited Vanguard. Mystic Monastery. Desperate Measures. Jade Cast Sentinel. Sarkon's Resolve. Rebellious Strike. And Abzan Devotee. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, the tariffs were a very fascinating thing to me. Here it is. I think it was basically Trump. He was basically gambling. He was saying, my country likes me more than your country likes you. And what I'm going to do is throw out this huge tariff, and it's going to mess my economy up, and it's going to mess your economy up, and we're going to play economy chicken and see who gives in first. Here it is. But look, he already reversed the Chinese one, didn't he? They reversed theirs on us as well. Gold Lust Triad. Here's the Heirloom. Very nice. Doesn't it feel like Trump, Qatar, and Putin are trying to divide alliances against them? I can't really tell. I'm not really looking into any of that stuff too much. Like, I'm not reading much of that news. Here it is. Very nice. Here's the Bloom Vine Regent. I heard Trump he secured that, here we are. He secured the minerals deal in Ukraine. Isn't that interesting? How did people end up feeling about that? Do you feel like that was good or that was bad? I felt like it's not such a bad thing, is it? I mean, we were just going to do their war for free. Ooh, look at that. Barren Steep Siege. Here it is. I just feel like that's unnatural. It actually makes a lot more sense to fight, maybe just financially, fight someone else's war if you have a vested interest in the land. Here's Great Arashan City. It also makes us less reliant on China for those same minerals. Ooh. Rare earth minerals or whatever they're called. Thunder of Unity. Here's Rampart Architect. Ooh. Voice of Victory. Lovely. Here's the Plains. Ooh. I like the mineral deal. No reason for us to be a charity. Yeah, I'm all about that. I'm all about Oh, man, look at that card, man. Runescale Stormbrood. If the United States has a really nice military and we invested a lot of money into that military, the idea of maybe like letting other countries pay to use our military goods and stuff, that sounds like probably what we probably should have been doing the whole time. Maybe it changes the nature of America's image, though, you know, from a do-gooder for certain Western ideals to a for-sale military, you know, like like in the past they had a militia that you could hire and they'd go around doing your stuff for you. Here we are. Very nice. Here's War Effort. Look at that. Ooh. What's up with Great Britain? Started war over Indian spices just to cook some bland-ass food. Here we are. Very nice. They're trying over there, man. I get TikToks now and then of people who are trying to show off British culinary cuisine, and they are trying. They're like, yeah, we got good stuff. It is. I think the problem with British cuisine is they have a couple items on their menu that are so sort of like bad looking that it makes everything else that's decent also look bad. Like it drags everything else down with it, right? Like they have meat pies and, you know, shepherd pies and, you know, the full morning breakfast or whatever it's called. Those all look decent, right? And really that's not a lot, but it's something. It is something, right? But then they have their fish and chips or the jellied eels or whatever, right? And you look at it and you go, are you guys okay? The beans on toast? Beans on toast. They get the beans on toast and you think, are you guys all right? The war's over. You can eat good food now. It's okay. Yeah, it was fascinating. All right. Box battle bag. Let's put that back over here. Only 6 fossil packs left. Wowee. 6 fossil packs left. Here it is. The war is over. Yeah, we started a war for all these spices, and we eat beans on toast. Beans on toast is a pretty damning meal. I don't think anyone else eats beans on toast. Not necessarily an unhealthy food. I mean, it's beans and it's toast, but it's like, man, that is some bland food, man. If you really like beans and you really like toast, they don't really pair together, do they? I don't think beans pair with toast. That's the thing no one else can figure out about it. Like, why are you pairing those two things? They don't belong together. Oh, new bag. Let's get that new bag. Here we are. You can pair beans with a little bit of meat or maybe something a little bit sweet. Or, but toast. What? Toast pairs with like cheese or butter. Here we are. They could be normal and use butter, but no. The war is over. All right. Here's Paul Newman. I like the British a lot. I think the British make some of the best music. It's that little island. For some reason, so much good music comes from that little island. Scotland, Ireland, the UK, the Britain. Britain, Scotland, Ireland. Not only do they make some of the best music of the whole world, but over here in America, if you trace the ancestry of many of the best musical artists in the world in America, all the same thing. Scotland, Ireland, Britain. Why is that? It's got to be like some sort of brain skill. It's a really fascinating thing. Here we are. All right. They must be very good with music. I don't know what it is. Mr. Omar says Espeon break. Oh, it's close. Here it is. Maybe it's just cultural? I don't know. I think it's a brain thing, you know? Different cultures have different skills, maybe, or different groups. Right? Very good. Very nice. What music? Hot take, but the Beatles are the most overrated band. Nope, still love them. I love them. The Beatles are great. I can turn the Beatles on and have a good time most of the time. All right. But seriously, sit down and look up your favorite artists. Look up your favorite artists. And if they don't have at least one parent who's from Ireland, Scotland, Britain, I'll be surprised. But there's a lot of artists who are very famous in America who are also Black African American. Like Prince and Michael Jackson. Really impressive. So yeah, they're really good with music too. It's a fascinating thing. You do get some Italian, you do get some French, you get a little bit of German. Not a lot of German musical artists are successful, but just a little bit of Italian, like Madonna. I think this recent girl is also part Italian, isn't she? Sabrina Carpenter. I can't remember. Is she? Hold on, let me look up Sabrina Carpenter. But yeah, you don't get a lot. You don't get too much French, and you don't really get much German at all for some reason. Let's see. Sabrina Carpenter. Ethnicity? Here we go. Let's see. She's a mix. Listen to this. She's a mix of Irish, English, German, and French. She's not Italian. Why did I think she was Italian? All right. Eminem is German. Is he really? All right. Let's go ahead and scroll down. It's a really interesting thing. Some other really fascinating details. A lot of the best stories come from that little island again. Ireland, Scotland, Britain. For some reason, they're really good at storytelling. Sorry. And once again, it applies here in the U.S. If you look up the famous story writers and the famous movie directors like George Lucas. Lucas. What kind of last name is Lucas? George Lucas is he's like British or something. So they write a lot of good stories for some reason. And you can hear it in their language. I feel like sometimes you hear these like limity wicket or something like that. They have some kind of funny words or language. It's just, I don't know, maybe they have an affinity for sound or language. I'm not sure what it is. Where's the felt hat Pikachu? He's gone. He ended. Felt hat Pikachu's done. All right, guys, there's no orders in the queue. No orders in the queue means I get to price up cards. Ready? Population, funding for media. They have 5 national networks. Now, I would agree with that, Mr. JB, but, I mean, it's not like the UK is exclusively wealthy. There's a lot of wealthy places around the world, and they just do not make music on the caliber as that, again, the Scottish, Irish, and English. I don't know what it is. They just do really, 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 really good. It's something I really looked into for a while because I started to notice that pattern. I was like, what the hell? And it became like a thing I researched for like a whole night. And yeah, they're just good with it. That's all I can conclude. Here we are. Are you ready? Yeah, I don't necessarily think it's a money thing. A lot of musical artists were actually very poor when they started. Not Taylor Swift. Ready? Swifties! Slay King, slay! Here's Slay King, Deoxys. Sweden does. I missed the live. Yes, but you can head over to our Discord server and see the outcome because we post it in a channel. So you can always look up the outcome of that break. Ooh, there's actually none of these, huh? What did I do with the sleeve? The sleeve will tell me what I paid for it. Did I throw the sleeve away? Oh, I tossed the sleeve, didn't I? Hold on. Maybe I'll be able to look this up real fast. I need to know what I paid for this. Slacking. It's a funny card. Okay, so now I have a price. And let's go back here. So the the regular Holo Slacking is $750. So I'm probably going to ask about 1.2 is what I'm betting. Okay. There's places all around Europe that make a little music here and there. A little music from Eastern Europe, a little bit here and there. But so much of it just comes from that one island. It's a disproportionate amount. Okay. The biggest pop producer is Swedish. Definitely not lacking. What a king. The public funding is to the networks, not the artists. The artists then have to fight each other domestically for attention. It's the effect of Cream rising to the top. ABBA, Dancing Queen. That was like 100 years ago. Ooh, the Flames Ho-Oh. Very nice. Welcome to my slow Sunday nighttime stream. The traditional slow Sunday nighttime stream. It's never fast. It's always slow. Here's Giatrados. Giat! And Spinnerack for $9. Oh. By the way, this card has 1 spot left on it. Who's going to grab that spot? Is it you? Brandon says, hey, He did Britney Spears, Taylor Swift. I listened to a video of Britney Spears singing when she was a child. Oh my gosh, she was so good at it already. Oh, here we go. I found the thing. Yes, this is really... I bought this a long time ago, that slaking. It's very fast. It says he was Pop 6 when I bought him. Wonder what his population is today. Where'd I just put him? Is he over here? Let's get a population count. Did I lose the 40 I sent you, or do I get something? Yes, everybody gets one card from their booster pack. I can tell you what the card is, though. The card is going to look something like this. So we use bulk cards, and so everyone gets one bulk card. What was the name on your payment? Do you remember? It was a first-time order for you? I'll get you a nicer card if you'd like. Here, let's get you a Karuta card. So that'll be your pull. You'll have a nicer one if that's your first time being in a break. That's exactly how a break works. A break is $40 boosters with a simple bulk card inside, but one of the boosters is for the entire slab going to one person. So that's how they work. That's why they're like this. They say 41 and 20. The 1 represents how many people will get the slab, and 20 represents how many booster packs. All right. Charles, what was the name on the order? Do you remember? It was probably Charles something. We'll give you this nice little Meloetta. It's a nice Karuta card. His name is Max Martin. Look him up. He's one of the biggest pop producers. Crom is God. Let me look this up. That's from, I know what that's from. Ah, here it is. Okay, so we've got a name for you. I'll go ahead and create a nice new bag for you, so you have this bag. Heck, you're a new guy. Let's get you a couple extra ones. What do you think? You a couple extra ones? I don't mind. So I got these spare Disney cards. I'd like to give you a couple of those too. How about that? Just for fun. Not much going on tonight anyways. Let's get them a couple free ones. Yeah. A 1, a 2, a 3. Very good. So those are some spare Disney cards. Let's see what you pulled. You got a Snow White. That doesn't look like the Snow White in theaters. Here's this guy. I don't know who he is. And here's... Shaboop. Hey, Jasmine. All right. So now you got a bag with some cards, and we'll go put this in the CH box. Because your name starts with a C followed by an H. Okay, we were getting the population on this Slay King. We like mean, Mr. Better. Yeah. Let's go ahead and scan this number. Scan. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. So I bought him about 5 years. No, not about 5. I bought him about 4 years ago, and he was Pop 6. Now he is population 11. Wow. So many of these. Okay, population 11, Slay King, $1,200. The Deoxys reverse hollows are very special. I feel like I could probably list this on eBay for about 1.5 and it would still be looked at. Somebody would go, maybe. Because if the regular hollow is listed for $750, the regular hollows are usually about half the value of the reverse hollow. I think over a 1,000. What the Gyarados go for in a 10? Mr. Stop being nice. Okay. Okay, so what else we got? I'm giving up a couple of these EX Deoxys cards. We got Ninjask Deoxys, another lovely Deoxys card. So they bought that on 2022. Wow. He was Pop 14 when I bought him. How much is the Destined Rivals break? It's a $40 break, and it's a 1 in 9 odds. $40 break, 1 in 9 odds. So Ninjask. PSA 10, Ninjask, Deoxys. Oops. Why do I always mess this up? Sunday nights are always tough. They're always very slow. Let's see. Okay, he's actually not so bad. The Ninjask is only 285. That's pretty cool. Okay, grab this. In the next movie, it will be Jazzman. All right, nice. 285. 5.25. BTC 50K test. What? What are you talking about? How is Bitcoin doing? Is the stock market rising after that initial crash, or is it still falling? Bitcoin's at 103. Oh man, it made it up to 106 on May 18, and then it crashed back down to 103. Looks like it crashed down to 102. I wonder if it jumps, or I wonder if it keeps falling or something. How about this? Let's look at this statistic. Let's see. Okay. Then BlackRock will load up. Damn you, BlackRock! Freaking rock that is black. Okay, let's see. They might. Let's go ahead and rotate. So what are you guys looking to do tonight here on the table? You guys tell me what you're looking for. I guess if we don't have anything to do, I could probably do something like work on the menu or something. Here's Shining Celebi. I was really surprised at how busy it's been the last couple of weeks, because we're officially end of May, and normally, like last year, my sales dropped to nothing during this time period. The time period after everyone gets their tax return and they've already spent it, and the summertime approaches and the good weather's here, usually this is a very bad time to sell cards. So, interestingly, it's the other way around right now. We're having very good sales. Send PayPal for some pack. Menu price updates. Yes. Okay, Dominic Gonzalez says 8 EV Hero packs. Very good. 8 EV Heroes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Good. Found a bunch of my Neo stuff I opened as a kid. First edition Lugia and unlimited Lugia. Ooh. Somebody's about to get paid out. Thanks, Kid Me, for buying these cards. God, I wish I could have my original folder so bad. Dude, that would make me feel so good if I had that. It's crazy I can't have it. It's like a sad, locked away memory. Oh, well. Add more to the moving sale. It's a moving sale. That's correct. It's a moving sale right now. Here we are. Cold one. Here's a Leafeon. That's why you see Deoxys going up and a couple others. We'll be looking for some slabs to let go of that we didn't originally plan on letting go of. But it's time to ball some money together. Here's Eldegoss. Hey, Andy Man with the 5 gifts. Very nice. That's like 25 bucks, right? All right. Mr. Dominic, thank you so much. It's really nice, man. Let's challenge rolls. We have an Elite 4 roll now. Finish the Indigo roll, then get a 5 kill streak. That's really tough. Scoreboard donations. So we're going to have number 4, Andrew Martin, right? Andy Man. I like this song that's playing. It's a nice song. Put you up on that list. Kuru, it says he donated 140, but you know that didn't actually show up in my data. Strange. Wonder why that is. Dominic with the D. Let's go find your stuff. Maybe it is going to show up, and I just didn't understand how to read it. Okay. Fossil break is close. Right. Oh, yeah. You're out of time for the fossil break. If you have a fossil break in the... it's actually about to go up in price. Let's get this slightly... Because I looked up the price on it, and it said like 20, right? Let's see what I want to do on that. So let's say it was 20,000. Let me double check that. Yes, says here I should want to sell it for $694. This box has changed in price a lot, unlike other breaks. There's a good reason for that, though. Unlike the previous box breaks, this one's going through a market where the prices on everything are shooting up. So this box break began, I believe, sometime last year, and it's almost a year-old break. Like this has been filling up over the last year, and so within 1 year, the price of things have really shot up. They've really changed, and so I'm asking $6.95 on these now on those last packs. That's something I've been thinking about for a while. It's just because when I go looking to replace the fossil box, I can see it's much higher. Here's an order from... I don't do that every time, but we're doing it this time because prices keep jumping, essentially. That's it. The price of everything's jumping. And maybe fossil will actually fall back down, but I doubt it will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What about people who bought in before it was $26.95? Well, they're very lucky. So check this out. See these guys who have like an S, and here's an S, and here's an S, and here's an S. All those guys got it at these older prices, like $500, $550, $650. But today's price is going to be higher because the fossil box is higher. That's just how it is, unfortunately. The box has really shot up. And it's not a complicated way that I decide that, by the way. It's very straightforward how we decide it. Yeah, so look at these guys. Sean, Rigo, Sean, Tammy Lowe, Javier, Rigoberto Gil. Who else? Looks like he might have... I can't tell. So all these guys got it paid off too. And these people who were in the sublists, if you think about it, they're lucky because they got into the sublist when the odds were better. You know what I'm saying? It was 6 packs, not 5, plus a Trump pack. What? Sent again on PayPal. Sounds good, man. Did I open the wrong amount for you? Let me look at this real fast. I want to make sure. Mr. You're Dominic Gonzalez, I'm guessing. Hold on, let's see what went wrong here. It was 6 packs, not 5. Last opening was 8. Yes. So what's going on is somebody else named Tyler Franson has also ordered them. So he ordered them directly after you. So it's actually his turn, and he ordered these 5. He might be sniping you right now, so pray that he doesn't. But he's allowed to do that. Anyone's allowed to do that. Here it is. Just like you're allowed to scrape through the box real slow. Tyler Franson bought the same product as you did because he is hoping to strike gold. But he might be sweeping the box for you. He might be clearing out the bad packs. Let's just see how it plays out. Here's Marshadow. Yeah, it's surprising because, you feel like nobody's really placing any orders. You're like, I'm going to go buy this. I'm going to go buy this thing. And then you buy it and some other guy's like, oh, I'm buying that now, Okay, you're in luck. He actually swept some cold packs for you. You could have had bad luck, but instead you had good luck. How nice is that? Night me, Daddy. That's Tyler Franson. Sorry, Tyler. So, this is a cool one right here. The Shining Celebi. That's a real cool one. All right. Very nice. Hey, what's up, 6? Sunday night slow stream. Let's see. Mr. Dominic, 8 Eevee Hero packs and 1 Playboy Trump pack. You got it. Been sleeping. Rockabye 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ta-da! Okay, let's snip this. We'll do the Playboy pack right afterwards. Someone noticed me snipping this. So I watched 2 James Bond films. The Man with the Golden Gun with Christopher Lee. And then I thought it was really a pretty boring episode. And then I watched the next one, The Spy Who Loved Me. Gosh, dude. Both shows were kind of boring, but I gotta say, there was a bad guy in The Spy Who Loved Me, and his name is Jaws, and he was a really enjoyable bad guy. He was a henchman, Bond villain, and he was definitely one of the more fun Bond villains. Here it is. We got Espeon. Okay. And you're not going to pull anything in that round either. Thank God you switched the songs. Mister, it's only 6 packs. Oh, okay. Well, he got 2 for free. My bad. Yay! All right, no problem at all. Ta-da! What did I think? 8. Nothing too crazy popping out of there anyways. We'll sleeve this up for you. I sent you the money. No, you didn't have to do that. It wasn't your mistake. It was my mistake. So here's the PayPal, or I'm sorry, the Playboy pack. PayPal Playboy. I guess they have P, A, and L in the name. PayPal Playboy. Oh, there's a Y in the name too. They actually use a lot of the same letters. Very fascinating. So, ready? Let's see. If you pull Donald Trump, he's a decent card. He's worth some money. Okay, we've got Playboy, 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 and Playboy. Nope, no Donald Trump. There's a vintage Playboy Donald Trump card to pull, and it goes for a lot of money. There's Mr. Dominic. Thank you, Dominic. Okay. Very nice. Now we have an order from Miss Six. She says, give me the Espeon. That's it. The Espeon's over. Ta-da. Thank God you arrived, Six. We were all waiting on you. I told them, don't buy the last spot until Six gets here, because I want her to buy a spot. Didn't even take me out to dinner first. I know it sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there's 20 of those. And now, I should grab this. Yep, there's a star card 1. So star card. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. Espeon VMAX. That's a good one. I like Espeon VMAX. Good card. You guys ready for this? Well, I'm ready. One, two, one, two, one, two. Your favorite number, even 6, or what's the story on the name? Okay. Too early for menu info. Yes, 6 is my favorite number. All right, give me a number. Brandon is so fast, he says 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There it is. And now we need to show off the names and shuffle this. What does this say on it? First time. Oh, Jonathan Benedict. First time. Cool. All right, here goes. Oh, that was pretty good, actually. That method kind of works. I don't think 6 is winning this time. Well, I mean, it's pretty hard to predict anyone will win because the odds are 1 in 20. So she only has a 1 in 20 odds. Quite low. Quite poor. Oh, this is the better way to do it because all the cards face you guys. I like that. There it goes. Okay, one more time. Okay. Watch her get it. 9. Let's let somebody else do the second number, Mr. Brandon. You're too fast at it. 8 says Pokey Drew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There it goes. Ba-doink. Come on now. All right, we've got Jonathan Benedict, his first time, and it's cold. Omar Batui, cold. Carlton Wicks, cold. La Flame, cold. Anthony Kalura, cold. Zachary Stex, cold. Raul Mendoza, well, 6 is still in. TRG. Sorry, Mr. TRG. Andrew A. Martin. Anthony Kalura. Nathan Gordon. Lucas Lange. La Flame. Travis Nova. Ha ha! Mr. Travis. Is he here tonight? Hey, mister, you cold, bro. I'm cold. Travis Nova. All right. He's a fairly new guy, Mr. Travis. I hope you're having a great day. I don't think he's watching live, but when he sees that, he's going to like that. Now, here's La Flame, very close to it, Mr. La Flame. Here's Jesus Aguilera. Here's Omar Batui. Tyler Franson. Anthony Kalura. Oh, picking up the star card. I forgot about that. And Miss 6. All right. There it is. LaFlame would have chosen if, or LaFlame would have won if 9 was chosen. I can't, we can't look backwards on that and say like, oh, we magically took it from him or something. It was just, it could have been the other way around, for example. For example, let's say if it had been 9, perhaps he would have missed. And then because we made it 8, he would have gotten it, right? So it's just RNG in the end. Just RNG in the end. Here we are. All right. Here's Anthony. Very nice. And that goes here. It's always still 120. That's going to be this card over here. Where is it? The Waifu? Is it a W? I think it's this. The Waifu Shuffle is a W. I could do another break again. Yeah, I can't do another break again, says Tyler Franson. They can be pretty brutal if you don't get one in a while, if you don't pull one. Here it is. They can definitely feel brutal. But it's kind of similar with, like, opening packs, too, you know? Like, you can open up a lot of packs and never really pull anything. Toss this over here. And travel for, like, example, prismatic. Prismatic. People get killed in the prismatic. I watch it happen. I watch it in real time. Here's our friend, Mr. Travis Noah, picking up an Espeon. How about that? Breaks are scary, but super entertaining. Think of them like another booster pack. They cost 40 bucks, and they're pretty tough, but when you hit really hard. All right. Wow, beautiful. There it is. You know, now we get the fun part of picking a new rare candy, huh? Way too scary for my blood pressure. I feel you, man. Sometimes if you've missed a lot, it's better to take a break from them and come back later if you're feeling interested in them again. Yes. I know how it is. All right. 90% of gamblers quit just before the big hit. You can't win if you don't play, but annoying when you lose. Law of human nature. Yeah, it's pretty crappy. All right. Mr. Travis, on the other hand, he just spent $40 and pulled, you know, like a $600 card for $40. That's a pretty good deal for Travis. I mean, it's really good. And it's already graded. So nice. Taking out all of the risk of the grading. And guaranteed that his $40 was going toward a true chance for the hit card. You see, if you buy, let's say you buy a box of Fusion Strike. They're going for, how much is a box of Fusion Strike right now? $900 now. So you take the box, $900. You open the whole box for yourself. And you don't even know it when you bought the box. But there isn't even an alt art in the box. Or maybe there is, and it's a bad alt art. So what's cool about the breaks is, you know you're getting a real shot at the alt art. And it's already graded. All the RNG related to grading, gone. That's a big deal because a lot of cards don't grade 10. Most cards don't grade 10. Even the data on PSA's own website doesn't truly reveal how hard a 10 is, because very often when a card can't grade 10, people don't even bother mailing it in to PSA. So the real numbers are likely way worse than what you see on their website. Here it is. Any gym breaks going on? Yeah, there's a couple gym breaks. I think there's like 1, maybe 2 of them. I think it's 2. Let's just show those off. We've got a gym break over here. All right. So that is the VMAX Climax character super rare. What's this called? Oh, there it is. Mimikyu VMAX. Why don't I just know that? Of course I should know that. And then here's a bit of a cheaper one. Here's Iona's Watrel. And here, it's a really nice one, the Galarian Moltres. Lovely. You would think PSA upcharging when an expensive card gets a 10 would ruin their credibility. No, it does not. It certainly does not. You know, when there's a club everyone wants to get into, if they're price gouging, it just makes the club more exclusive in a certain way. So they can do what they want when they're, as long as they're in the lead. Now, if they were to lose the lead, different story. All right, we're going to try and pick out a new rare candy break. That's what we want next. How much did this melodic go for? Now, he doesn't have to be a rare candy break. I wouldn't mind doing this, but that's too expensive, I'm afraid. Umbreon Gold Star. That's an interesting one. Umbreon Gold Star. Let's see. He's too cheap. By the way, if you pull the rare candy break, come to me in the Discord server and ask for the rare candy roll. We're handing out a rare candy roll. Oh, this is a contender. That's a good one. This one right here, maybe? Light Dragonite's a contender. Lugia is still very viable. Pikachu Crown. Greninja. Altart Mew is an option. Bubble Mew. This is actually an option. That's the Japanese Umbreon Prismatic. Those are all options for the rare candy. And I feel like we need even more options than this. Where are my good cards? Here's a good one. Master Ball Gengar. Cool. Good one. Charizard VMAX. He's more like a Pokeball break. Oh, man. That'd be a nice one, wouldn't it? That one would be really expensive, though. I'm pretty confident. Like, I'm talking really expensive. Here's an Altart Psyduck. Bulbasaur. He's pretty expensive, actually, isn't he? Bulbasaur? Mr. Showing Off. Mr. Takes sardines as payments. Yep, I really will. That's not, he's not lying. That's not exaggeration. Okay. No, I'm not showing off. These are really cards to choose between for the breaks. And now is the time to choose a card for the breaks. Let's see what else we got over here. I just joined. What are these beautiful slabs? We're preparing to choose a new break. Oh, this would be an interesting one. Excuse me. Cloyster Salamence. Raikou Reverse Hollow, the birds. So this whole box is sort of like, those are like lightning breaks, basically. That's their price range. Lightning breaks. They trolled us in Pokemon Unite, only giving us Psyduck with no Golduck. That sucks. Psyduck with no Golduck. How about in here? I'm taking my time here. Maybe we do one like that. That's probably a potential break. There's a Mudkip, Melodic. Some of these are really nice, but also I should have a Hello Kitty card up here on the table at all times. I got all those Hello Kitties to sell. Let's see. Technically, you could do a Dark Charizard. NHCC hopping off for bed. I'm passing out. See you later, man. Something like this can be done. Oh, I had another Gengar. That's fascinating. Radiant Charizard. That should be an option. Let me put this in this box. Kind of going through some slabs here. Got some PSA 9 Van Gogh Pikachus. Maybe I should crack those and send those off to tag and see what happens. Let's see, Rayquaza. There's the Espeon VMAX again. Let me put him back in this box. This is a fascinating Charizard. He should be in this box as well, perhaps. Okay, so I've sort of looked around. So weird. I need to order some new cards and make sure we're keeping the range of potential rare candies wide. I want you guys to be able to choose between some really cool cards. And it looks like I'm limited on that based off of what cards I'm holding in my so-called inventory. Gengar Mimikyu Tag Team. No, that's a Mega Break. There's no chance for that one. He's too expensive. Everyone wants that one, but it makes sense why he would be so expensive then, right? But this might be possible. Fossil Gengar, he might be a possibility. So here are just a couple vintage cards that could be a possibility. This card clearly is going straight into my holding facility for having a nice swirl. I gotta have one. Might as well be this one. I could break one with a nice swirl, but you know I'm gonna ask a premium for the swirl, right? Put a nice XY or Sun and Moon booster up for break. Winner gets the box. Yes. We currently have a box break running for Destined Rivals. Let's not create too much competition for it. It's not a good idea. There you go. I wonder what I acquired this for. This needs to be put over here. All right. Isn't this nice? But he's going over here. Okay. So now we've got these. This is a pricey one. How about you guys? Are you guys feeling any of these? I like the Lugia best, by the way. Even though we've ran him like 12 times. He's my top choice because of price. What do you guys think about any of these options? Any of these stand out to you? Let's hear your opinions. Everyone vote for one. Just say their names. Just vote for one, will you? Is that a PSA 10 on this? This can go up there. Hypno's an interesting one. Here's a nice vintage card. He could be the break. That'd be like a one-time break. He's a card that I have not sold because nobody seems to want to buy him. But it's weird because I just hold him and I hold him and he just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. And it's like, all right. Doesn't really matter that nobody wants him. It just keeps going up. So why not just hold him? Could have a coin break. We haven't had a coin break in a while. All right, let's see what you guys say. Lugia and Charizard. Mega Break's still going. No, that's over. But we're getting a new one. Pikachu, Gray Ninja, Moltres, Mew, Pikachu, 151 Zard, Dragonite. There was a Pikachu. Oh, the Crown Pikachu, huh? The Crown Pikachu. We haven't ran him before. Yeah, Crown Pikachu has not been ran. There's an Ancient Mew we could probably run. What do you guys think about Ancient Mew? Moltres. I need to create a box, and the box needs to say Rare Candy Breaks. Moltres. Moltres is a fast one, by the way. So that Moltres is nice and fast. Light Dragonite from Neo 4. That's Neo Destiny. Lugia is really good. He's underpriced. Hypno, a true traditional WOTC era card. I've got him. Nobody buys him, and he just goes up in price over time. Ancient Mew, Gray Ninja, Master Ball Gengar, Sunbreon, because he's got a sun behind him. Bubble Mew, he's very popular. The Altart Mew. If you say Mew, you probably should specify which one. And then there's a couple Charizards. Umbreon. What do you guys think? Twerking Pikachu for the win. You're not buying a spot, Brandon. 6 says Pikachu. I know she's going to buy a spot. The Mew is a promo, hard to get a 10. I'm down for the Ancient Mew. I do like the Ancient Mew, but I don't know if anyone else wants it. Blue Mew. Bubble Mew. Mister, you have so many nice modern cards. 151 Cherry. Hey, it's true. You're not buying a spot. let's see. It does seem kind of like the Pikachu's getting a lot of attention. And the Vintage Ancient Mew is getting a lot of attention. Yep, you really could do Ancient Mew, guys. That's an option. Anything else? Moltres was getting some attention. I know that. 151 Sherry. Yep, the Charizard got a little bit of attention. So we're going to run a vote between these four right here, everybody. Here are your options. We're going to run a vote. Ready? All right, first I got to open this and hit pause. 25 likes? There's 100 people in here. That's it. No breaks. Stream over. I'm just kidding. How can you guys do me dirty like that? 25 likes? It's obvious these people do not like me. Let's see. Start a poll. Wow, bro. It says here we have 100 people. We've been running for not that long, actually. An hour and a half. That's not as long as I thought. So smash that like button for me, guys. Do me a favor. Always smash that like button. You know why? Because I think it actually affects our ranking in the algorithm. All right, so we're going to say Moltres on 1. We're going to say Pikachu on 2. Add option, add option. So then we're going to say Mew. And then we're going to say Zard. All right, I'm going to start the poll. If you're voting on the poll, take a minute and smash that like button for me, will you? Number discrepancy? Well, you guys are getting a different view than me. It says 102 people watching on my screen. Nobody cares. It's sad. What's that 36 now? You guys are... Okay, there you go. 36 isn't too bad. All right, let's just see what the... so we're at 20 votes. Pikachu's winning. 20 votes. Pikachu's ahead. Pull this back down. Vote now. Moltres is at 30. He's actually not bad. Notably, Zard is in last place. So Zard's definitely not going to be an option. Crown Pikachu it is, it looks like. Crown Pikachu's the man. And while you guys are still voting on that, I'm going to get a box. One of these special boxes that I love so much. Comes out of these Shining Collection, super premium collections. Here it is. Love these boxes. In love with them. They're my favorite. Oh, that wasn't intended. That's so stupid. All right. I'm tossing on my chair for a moment. Let me pick these up real fast. Some things tipped over here. Let's see. Not too much. They didn't fall too far either. Now, I am going to pull this apart. Okay. You don't do giveaways every 10 likes. Most others. People don't like when they don't give free things. Okay, I hear you. If people are withholding likes because they think it's going to trigger free stuff, I think that would be a bad system. So I don't know if we'll ever associate the giveaways with the likes. We did that a long time ago, and the problem was, people got mad if I didn't do the giveaway, even if they didn't get all the likes in. So we ran into that. That was no good. Let's give this the rare candy thing. Basically, people began to look at the like button like it was a free stuff button. I don't really like that. But, we did have a thing going, like a stream goals thing going, where if you had enough likes, you'd get like some free booster packs or something. But yeah, I didn't feel like that actually increased participation by very much. Here it is. All right. Very nice. I think in the end, if all this, video is worth this 25 likes, then maybe it just gets 25 likes. I'll leave it up to you guys if you want this channel to have likes. I'll leave that up to you guys and how you sort of view or value the channel. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. Very nice. I'm not going to hold a gun to your head or put a big $1,000 carrot in front of you and beg for the likes that way. You know what I'm saying? So you either like the channel or you don't. And that'll decide how we do over time. Let's see. Where can I put this? Oh, I know what I'm going to do with this. Okay, so we currently have this down here. We're going to trade places with it. As much as I like free stuff, I get secondhand embarrassment just being in chat when people always beg. That's one thing that I like about this chat. Everyone's chill. There it is. Yeah, that's true. You know, if it's too much of a giveaway, it starts to get a little bit annoying, I think. I really do just want you guys to like it because you like it. That's the best kind of like. Yeah, put this over here now. Good. So, Pikachu is the next break, everybody. What do you think of that? If only we had a Northworm slab. Easy vote. We're going to say PSA 10, Pikachu. But I'll say this. If you're somebody who participates in the channel and you like the breaks moving fast or you like lots of product getting opened, you know, the harder we work on making this a nice place to hang out, the better those things will be. We are? All right, let's see. He's not cheap. He's definitely not cheap. Let me just try one more thing. All right, and we're going to go ahead and invert this. I mean, if you think about how hard he probably is to pull and then how hard he probably is to grade, it's still a good deal, isn't it? And the price of Surging Sparks never really got cheap, did it? Oh, nope, that's it. That's the one we're buying. All right. Give me a moment. Okay. Someone castigate me. All the free ones. I just like when I join or watch anything, it's a habit. Here we go. Looks like it's going to be a 29 spot break. No star card. No star card. 29 spots, no star. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Before we do this, why don't we give it a fat sleeve? Very nice. Yeah, he's a pricey card for sure. 29, huh? Makes that Eevee look like a better deal, doesn't it? Because it's like only 20 for the Eevee. Yeah, not the Eevee, the Espeon. The Espeon. And the Espeon was a star card. So that's what's really interesting about that one. There it is. Just got notification 2 boxes of Nikke showing up tomorrow. What are thoughts on its sealed value over time? I have no thoughts on that. No thoughts at all. Maybe it goes up. Maybe it goes down. I've seen Weiss product that I'm trying to buy later after it's been a while from launch. And I've seen it cost like twice what it originally cost at launch. So it's definitely possible for it to do well. I think a big part of it has to do with how good the cards in the set actually were. And the success of the franchise is based off of as well, which is exactly what you would think it'd be based off of. So if Nikke like continues to be super popular, and you're holding on to Nikke cases, you could do very well. It could be like this set nobody really thinks to hold, and then, you know, all of a sudden a couple people are holding it and they're doing quite well. So there it is, Pikachu 29. So we've got Greninja 1 and 13, Pikachu 1 and 29. Really, we ought to have a lightning break. See, you have thoughts on it, mister. Yeah, but I don't know anything about Nikke. That's the thing. That's why I mean, I don't know if Nikke is going to be a strong franchise. Dominic Gonzalez, he says $9. Probably shipping? I think it's shipping, right? Here it is, Mr. Dominic. Ta-da! Pikachu will take a while, but that is the Crown Pikachu. And it'll be interesting to see if he's a fast mover or not, because I'm not a big Pikachu fan myself. So I can't always like intuit how popular he is. Is the price of Pokemon packs based on the raw value of the cards within the set or the potential PSA value? I'd say potential PSA 10 value, because that's how most, you know, Gooner gamblers are going to think. They're going to think, oh my God, there's a Pikachu that comes out of here and he goes for $1,000. So that's how most of them are going to think when they're opening up the packs. How do I check to see if my shipment was sent? You should have a, so you should have a tracking number that was given to you when your item actually shipped out. Says we were up 36% in sales. Crazy. That's pretty good. That's just PayPal. Doesn't count the other forms of payment. Man, I love this song that's playing. That's one reason why everything's so expensive. Well, yes, and then essentially because they actually do sell at those prices too. So, you know, if you're looking at the sold history of that card and it's selling over and over again for like $1,000, well, that's the value of it now. And now people have this goal in their mind about what they should pull and what they want it to do, but they don't really think about the statistical odds of pulling the card and getting it to grade 10, like the Shinji Magikarp, which, to be honest, I kind of want another Shinji Magikarp. Let me look that up. I have a feeling this card's going to do well over time. Here's one for just 1.3 thousand Shinji Magikarp. I'm buying a spare Shinji Magikarp just to be safe. Because if they don't reprint this set, it's going to be a big deal. So I just picked up another Shinji Magikarp. 1,300 was the total price. And it's just a crazy valuation. And there's a lot of money to lose if it falls. And there's still so much Paldea to open. You know, there's got to be tons left. Corn rolls with the $1.50. Think that $9 was for the extra 2 packs you gave them. Oh, you're right. You're right. Oh my God, I just assumed he wanted his stuff shipped. Okay, let me cancel that label, guys. That makes so much sense. I'm actually going to give him 2 more free packs is what I'm going to do, because I don't want him to pay for my mistake. If he had pulled a hit, that's a different story. Then I'd yeah, go ahead and pay for them. But I just pulled him 2 cold ones that he did not want. Error. God, this software sucks so much. I'm going to reset this. Way too kind? No, that's not true. I'm clumsy at best. Clumsy. We're logging back into Stamps. Yeah, when I log back into Stamps, I notice it does like this big download. And so I think what's going on, the reason we've had so much trouble with this software is you need to close the software and open it back up every single day, which you didn't have to do that in the past, and now you do. True, you make a lot of mistakes, but I didn't want to say that. Yeah, it's maybe I'm getting old, who knows. I like to do things in front of the camera because you guys tend to catch the mistakes. Oh, it's not going to let me... okay. Well, I will hang this up and cancel it later. I'll hang it so that I don't miss it. The ability to cancel labels seems to be disabled for the moment. And now let's get him 2 more packs of the EV Heroes. Haha. Okay. Yeah, I make mistakes for sure. Ready? Okay. Ta-da! Welcome to Pokemojis. Oh, nice. Picking up that membership. You know, the memberships are $2 a month, everybody. Here's a Leafeon. Wow, as the night gets later, we pick up more viewers. We're at 110 viewers at like 3 a.m. in the morning. That's really late. Okay, picking up a sweet Leafeon. Awesome. Okay. Very nice. And so now I'd like to add something to the table called a lightning break. Lightning breaks are meant to be shorter. They're meant to be shorter, and they're meant to be very fun. I was thinking maybe one of these right here. Let's see how these Magikarps are doing. I just bought one of these Magikarps. They look really nice. Magikarp. Triplet, right? Triplet. The pack's not worth 3K. Buddy, you don't know what you're talking about, buddy. Listen here. I want to see, what did I pay for these Magikarps? Okay. Good. All right. So we have a price in mind. It's going to be a total of 4 spots, but one of the spots will be a star card spot. Not bad, right? So that's why it's called a lightning break, because it's pretty short. Lightning breaks, I try to keep them under 10. It's how the market wants it, basically. Yeah, basically. The trick is to buy high and sell low. What, don't you know anything about the Poke stock market? Amateurs. 1 in 4 with the star spot. That's called a lightning break. Sometimes they're 1 in 4. Sometimes they're 1 in 10. They're not necessarily always cheap, but we try to pick out cheaper ones, and they're a bit of fun. And they got a little lightning on them. That's nice. Star card will go into the waifu break. Yeah, this has a star. This has a star. Where does that go? Into this. So whoever pulls that star card will be moved over into this very saucy waifu break. If you pull the saucy card and you may not want to, you might be able to sell it back to me or have me listed on the table on commission or sell it on eBay. Okay, every second scroll I do on TikTok is a Pokemon rip and ship. If you get tired of that, hold down, I can't remember how to do this. How do you do this? I think what you do is you hold your finger on the screen, right in the middle. Let me open up a TikTok. Yeah, so if you hold down your finger on the screen, an option for not interested will pop up, and you can click not interested. And so if you keep doing that, every time a rip and ship pops up, you will be able to get them to go away. I had the same problem where I was just kind of investigating them, and so the algorithm thought I really wanted to watch rip and ships. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. As I don't want to, because I already watch rip and ship all day long on my own channel. So my brain's ready to do something else. And so, but I was just kind of learning about TikTok rip and ships, and there's like a dime a dozen. There's so many of them. And they always have kind of they have a bit of a sad feeling to them, in my opinion. I don't like the feeling of them. I don't know what it is. I don't know, how do you find a stream that has a special feeling? It's a strange thing, isn't it? But anyways, there's quite a few of those, and so I learned to click down and choose the not interested thing to finally get them to go away. Danny, say no more. 1 Sonic pack. You got it. Sonic. All right, the rare Sonic pack for Mr. Danny. It would be cool. You should sow a gifted membership break. Hear me out. You will only get 70% of the overall gifted, so 35 of 10 gifted might be cool, bringing more traction. Would be sweet to see a ton more members. I think I see what you're saying. Let me think about it. A membership break. Yeah. I think the main problem with that is just the inefficiency because of YouTube taking 1/3 of it. It's, when cards are so expensive, we're always looking for ways to keep prices down more. So giving up 30% of the value to YouTube, probably the only benefit to that would just be having a couple more members who would immediately end those memberships the moment the, sort of like breaks went away. And maybe there's something about the YouTube algorithm that favors channels that bring in a lot of revenue. So maybe that's a potential reason to do that. I don't know. But yeah, it's an interesting idea. Okay, you ready? Pimp and ship. You could learn from them. Why not watch? Let me see. Sylvan VMAX. No Umbreon for you. Here it is. We've got Sonic. Here's Sonic. Here's Sonic. Here's Sonic. Here's ha 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 ha. Here's Rotten Egg. Here's Dude with the Tude. There's one more. And here's a Zoom. I don't know about this round, Mr. Danny. I feel like this pack was kind of cold. I feel like this was definitely a cold pack. Yeah. All right. All right. tossing that back over there. Let's grab your box, the Danny Say No More box. The box that says Danny Say No More. Well, you got plenty of cards, Danny. There. All right. Boy, it would be easy if you could just pick them up. Or have me ship them right here in the USA, huh? Look at that. What a lineup. Magikarp, Pikachu, Gray Ninja. We got some great gym breaks like this Iona. This is a promo. You can't even pull this out of a booster pack. Got some great stuff, man. When does Gundam in League of Legends come out? Gundam doesn't come out for a little while. All right, Miss Six wants in the Mimikyu and the Iona gum break. Mimikyu and Iona. You got it. There it is. Very nice. And I'll go grab your card. So if you guys are looking for a gym break, 6 is in 2 of them. Here it is. Good. Ta-da! So 6, you've got the Indigo badges already. If you get 5 gym breaks in a row, you'll have a new Discord role called Elite 4. There it is. That is one of the new things we've got. You need 5 wins in a row, though. And that's very hard to do. You know that. It's very hard to get 5 in a row. So the odds of that are quite poor. It's like flipping a coin 5 times and 5 times it lands on head. Probably not going to happen. So it'll be a very hard roll to acquire. I like colorless energy. What? He doesn't see color. We have an order from Andrew Martin. 1 in the Japanese Magikarp. Okay, 1 in the Japanese Magikarp it is. Here it is. Andrew Martin. We need a lightning bag. Probably got rid of the old lightning bag, so let's make a new one. Find a $300 card. First 10 people that gift 10 members get a spot. That's 100 new members. Everyone that gets gifted gets emails, so it might bring randoms back in. Here we are. Yeah. Again, while that sounds nice, it's very cost ineffective because YouTube takes 1/3 of that. No matter how you do the numbers, it's bad for the people getting into the break. It's bad for me because we either lower your odds of actually being able to pull the card to account for the missing 30% money, or I just take a 30%. I eat a 30% loss, one or the other. One of us has to lose, and it's an interesting idea, but I think when it comes to memberships, I'll just let people get a membership as they like a membership. Here it is. There is a different value for the membership, and that is the Pokeball. You want the Pokeball because that's how people know you've been here a while. So it's kind of like a seniority thing. So with the $2 membership, you know, if you're going to stay here for a while, you want to have that fancy Pokeball. It sets you apart for sure. Here it is. In the USA, do you use the USPS for the shipping? Trying to find my tracking number. That's right. And I use a software called Stamps.com. And I've heard sometimes Stamps.com will send that tracking number to your junk email, your spam email box. Also, most recently, we've had a little trouble where the tracking numbers update much later. So I don't know why that is, but we've had that problem happen the last couple weeks. What's the name on the box? You definitely ordered shipping on it? It might even get lost. I will ship my cards soon. Canada Post, talking again about a strike this week. I don't own my cards stuck somewhere for 3 weeks. Well, your cards are safe over here for as long as you want them over here, so there's no rush about that at all. All right, so Kyle Summers sent $5 for the Pokey Shuffle. You got it, Kyle Summers. Mr. Kyle, you shouldn't have. Generally, tracking numbers don't actually register right away. They are. I miss Jennifer Yap. I wish Jennifer Yap would come back and buy some stuff. Here's Tapu Lele, an old holo. Wonder how long this was rotating in the box. This must have been rotating in the box a long time. We stopped using holos a long time ago. Isn't that cool, guys? Look, he got an actual holo out of the box. Wow. It's like a fish that's been evading capture this whole time. Finally got him. All right. Oh, wow. The moon looks so good. I can see the moon from here. All right. So Kyle with the K, you're going to be... Where are you going to be, Mr. Kyle with the K? Not over here, because Kendo Kalura's over here. Kendo's got a lot. Maybe you're over here. He didn't say new bag, right? Has Jennifer Yap disappeared? She slowed down on her buying habits for sure. And she last showed up maybe about 2 weeks ago, I think. And she bought a little bit of SpongeBob. She bought some SpongeBob. Stopped in, said hi. But I wish she would stop in to say hi more often. Hopefully she does one day. Kayla Barra. But that's kind of how it goes. I've done this a long time. And people come and go sometimes. Like, for example, we had a guy we really liked. DP, Dennis Perales, and he just up and disappeared one day. Kind of implied he had to do his business more, like he was falling behind in his business. I suspect he got in trouble with his wife. That's my suspicion. Maybe he'll show up again one day. I don't know. You never know. But he was a moderator over here, and we liked him because he was a joker. He liked to joke a lot. I'd battle you, but I don't want to battle for Japanese cards. Do we have one that's not Japanese? Oh, they're all Japanese. Ugh. All right, so now I know you like English cards. Okay, we're going to put this down for Kyle Summers. Kyle, I didn't know if you had a bag or not. I will disappear soon as well. No, I miss Serge and DP Fitness. Serge, he had me ship his cards just recently, so he might not be permanently gone. However, he doesn't really buy that much anymore, so he might be gone. Yeah, people certainly come and go, but Six is always here. Here we are. DP Fitness was a funny guy. He was always doing the self-deprecating jokes. People appreciate those kind of things. And, yeah, I liked him. That's why he was a moderator. He was a moderator. Let's see. What kind of slabs do we got? Probably do one of these Eevees if I wanted. That's an English card. Oh, but I was asking myself if maybe I should hold on to some of those Eevees. You know, I'm running low on those now. And I'm just wondering if everyone else, you know, out in the hobby is as well, and if they're going to see a price jump soon. Let's see. EV 173. He's a nice card. Well, maybe I shouldn't add another gym break right away. There's already 3 gym breaks. Let's wait for 1 or 2 of these to end first. Too many gym breaks. Yeah, let's wait for 1 or 2 of those to end. Farewell, says Mr. Brandon. What's up, mister, says Luke Glory. What's up, Luke Glory? How's it going, man? Troy, you're one of 4 people that tell me what's up every time I come and chat. I definitely would. You definitely would? What? I filled up the watch rail, says Pokey Drew. Okay, let me go look at this. Here's Andrew Stumborg. Wattrell Gym Break. Okay, Mr. Andrew's getting in here. Andrew, you sound like you need a brand new card. You don't have a card yet, do you? We need a new card in here. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 41, 2. So yeah, officially this deck is made out of 42 cards, just 42. It would be fun to add about 3 cards to this. I wonder where I could get 3 cards from. I gotta sneeze. Woo! The gym deck is probably worth 1K. That's a flex. Nah. Oop. Nah, because these cards are all in bad. They're all in bad condition. I like having these rocket cards in it, though. Those are fun. Let me go see if I can find 1 or 2 more cards to add to the deck. Oh, but then if I do, we have to have the same back, don't we? I think I have more of these, though. Oh, I do. Lovely. I have some right here that I just never use. 3, 4. I'm at the age where I get scared when I sneeze. I always sneeze in this room. That tells me this room is too dusty. Ow. Let's see. I thought I had a folder or binder or something. Ah, here we are. Here's a binder. All right, let's see. What do we got in this binder? This binder. This is the old donation binder. Man, that's old. I should bring that back out and let people donate it to the old donation binder again. That'd be fun. All right, let me go out. Wait. There's got to be something in this room. Is there really nothing in this room? I'll be back. I'm back. Ow. Ouch. Woo. All right. Wait. Zoom out here. So let's see what we got. Lapras, Kangaskhan, Scyther, Zapdos, Starmie, Dark Celebi. Ooh. That would be neat to put in there. Delibird. Houndour. Skitty. Hitmontop. Magikarp. Graveler. Psyduck. He's pretty cute. Here's Haunter. He's really neat. You guys have any favorites you want in the deck? Mudkip. Pinsir for me. You bought it off someone? The deck? No, definitely not. What would people enjoy seeing the most, I wonder? Of course, if I put the card in this deck, I'm not going to be able to grade it. I like the idea of putting the Meowth and the Psyduck and the Haunter in. How do you get these out? Hold on. Damn Explosion. His trash binder looks better than my regular binder, but I like vintage and my binder is mostly modern. All right, there you go. Meowth is going in. All right, 50 HP Meowth is part of the deck. Maybe I'll let you guys vote on the next card later. I'm going to set that to the side. Meowth is going to be part of the deck now. That's cool, right? All right. Boo, boo, doo, doo. Oh, you know what would be cool? Is if we had separate decks and you guys actually put the decks together by like donating cards. And the rule will be it cannot be bulk. And the other rule can be that I never sell the deck and I never grade the cards in the deck. So like you guys can pick cards that you think are cool to go into the deck and we'll pick out sleeves for the back of the deck and all. Ah, that'd be cool. And then maybe when we're doing these gym battles, we just rotate between them. 6 says no. Okay, let's set that there. Let's get started. Mr. Andrew, I don't know if Andrew... There's an Andrew A. Martin. That would be cool if the audience made the deck. Would you ever consider letting the Gray Ninja from Twilight Masquerade be available for slab away? Just curious how you keep it for breaks because of its popularity. We could do a price, probably like a red label price. I'm a little nervous to do red label prices on certain cards. So like that Greninja, I would rank high in questionability on whether it appreciates from where it's at. So that's why I would be nervous to do a red label on that one. I would not be nervous to do a red label on, let's say, like the Team Up Gengar. So when Mr. What's his name? When Mr. Zen Collectibles said he wanted to do one of those, I said, all right. So I set the price, and he actually put in the slab away, and then I bought another Tag Team Gengar Mimikyu. Now, if he fails to pay it off, it's canceled, and I'm stuck with 2 of them instead of cash. But that's not such a bad thing, because I don't mind investing into a second Gengar. So, but do I want to invest in a second Greninja is the question. You see what I'm saying? So I assume the worst, that maybe you abandon the slab. And I go, well, do I want to be stuck with 2 Greninjas? Not as much as I want to be stuck with 2 Gengar Mimikyus. There you go. Also, I have to have cash, too. I actually have to have cash. Going 6 months with no cash is, that's a long time. Okay, sorry for how long this is taking. Let's get it started. I saw you write my name down, but it didn't go into the lightning question mark? Yeah, it did. All right, Miss 6, you go on the left. And Andrew, you're on the right. And now this deck is 1 card larger. It's got the Mew in it. Or, I'm sorry, Meow. Excuse me, Meow. Return the slab or suffer my curse. Courage to the cowardly dog. Is there a rule against buying multiple spots in a break? Not at all. Let's say you got a break and it's got 10 spots and you buy 5 of them. Well, you've just bought half the break and your odds are pretty good now. You got a 50% odd. But let's say you fail and you don't pull the slab. Now you just paid for half the slab. So it's not like it gets cheaper per spot that you buy. It's the same price for every spot. So you're just taking a bigger risk if you feel like it. Okay, here goes. Miss 6 pulls Machoke Me Daddy. And Mr. Andrew will pull Blaziken. Round 1, Mr. Andrew. Round 2, Mewtwo at 60 HP is a tough one. Boom. Oh, Rattata. Round 2, 6. Round 3. Chansey with 100 HP is a pretty good roll. You can still beat it. Poliwrath with 90. Oh, it was so close. That was really close. All right. Chansey is going to take the win for Miss 6. You know what would be cool is if the decks were more sophisticated too, like we actually played with weakness and resistance. Would you guys like it if... No, weakness and resistance sounds poopy, doesn't it? That's too complicated, right? Yeah, maybe that's too complicated. Maybe if there were more energy cards on the deck or something. I hate that Mewtwo is so low. How much would that Greninja be, the red label? I'm not sure, but let me go ahead and mark this down for 6 that you snagged 1, 6. Now, 6 is actually in another break that's available as well. This one right here. It's a $45 gem break. Andrew, you've got your first miss. Okay? We'll put it right here. So that's a miss. But you're going to get a card anyways, Mr. Andrew, because that's the way this works. We give you a free card. And I've been handing out Karuta cards. I'm almost out of them. Where are they? Here they are. So you're going to get a Karuta card. Looks like a baby Hoopa. Or whatever he is. There it is. Let's find your bag, Andrew. Do you have a bag? I don't know if Andrew has a bag. Amanda does. Andrew Mercer has one. Ooh, if Andrew Mercer has this bag, I'm going to ship this out with his other stuff. Let's see. I do not. Okay, we'll get you a fresh bag for your brand new Karuta card. Mister, it's fine how it is. Okay. And now, a new bag. Yes. How do you guys feel about potentially constructing a second deck for the, for the gym breaks and allowing you guys to assemble it? Don't be scared, says 6. Jump in, the water's fine, says 6. Andrew Stumberg. Okay, very good, Mr. Andrew. Thank you very much. I'm so late to the TCC party. Water didn't feel too great. Wait, this is your first time. You want a couple free cards? Here's a couple free Disney cards. Yeah, I feel you, man. Well, I mean, the first thing you did was jump into a break with the 50% odds, you know. Here we are. There it is. You're going to get Elsa. Could pull a black and white. Well, we kind of knew what you're going to pull because these are numerical order. Yeah, I was going to say you could pull a Mickey Mouse, but not in this case. All right. Thank you for the opportunity. It's too cold. What do you think about the feature Tag does where you can scan the QR? Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Here we are. Very nice. Yeah, I like tag grading. Luke Laurie, 10 Ruler of the Black Flame, 1 Sonic Pack, 1 Sonic Pack, 2 Star Wars Galaxy Packs. Ooh. That's a $100 order. 10 Ruler of the Black Flame, Japanese. I think I have to get a fresh box of that. I think we actually ran out, so I got to get a fresh box. You didn't write my name on the slab, didn't I? Oh, it's right here. I'm sorry. Thought that part did itself. I guess it doesn't. Ooh, it looks like I'm out of sleeves anyways. So let me go get some fresh sleeves. And what was the other thing I needed? Oh, the Ruler of the Black Flame. So I'm going to stand up and go get those things now. Sleeve time. My name is Steve, and I like sleeves. Where's Ruler of the Black Flame kept? I actually don't know that part either. It's over here. Yep. Looks like I'm finally running low on Ruler of the Black Flame. All right. Whew. I believe in you. Toss this over here. Okay. Even I don't believe in me. Oh, here's this. I see. We could have just used this, huh? 6. All right. You didn't finish reading my tag comment. Only noticed because the Groudon I bought from you was ranked the 2nd best copy graded. Oh, that's great. Here you are. Maybe that adds to the value of it. It's an interesting idea. I mean, I kind of just look at it. It says 10 gem mint. And I go, all right, I got 10 gem mint. But maybe something like that catches on. Okay, 10 of those. Good. All right, and now we're ready to begin. So here it is, guys. That's our order. Look at that. A lot of stuff. 2 Star Wars. 40 to slab away. Thought that was not adding up correctly. That's why I was reading it again. Luke Laurie. This goes down to 135. Boop. Okay. Let's start with the Sonic Pack, shall we? Okay. All right. Oh. Very good. Very good. Ooh. Okay, are you up to it? This thing. Oh, I see. This goes there. So we got Cave Zone, Top Zone, Brain Zone, and Warp of Confusion. Would you think people would charge a premium if their card was ranked number 1? Oh, definitely. Definitely. Okay. Okay, lovely. I like this one right here with the logo on it. That's my favorite. I took my rat to the vet and bought a new drawing tablet for $500. Here we are. All right. Snipping this. Okay. Throwing that over there. What do we got? Gabriel's buying some Ruler of the Black Flame as well, huh? I like that Tag has a database. PSA's got a database too, but Tag ranking the card is very interesting. Ah, the Booty Butt card. Very nice. There we go. Tossing that over there. I've already got a whole round of cards ready to go to Tag. See, look. These say TCC, because I think later I'd like to encapsulate these myself, and I'm going to just give them a grading of A for authentic. So they're not even going to get a grade. They're just going to be graded authentic. And then I got, look at this. So I'm over here making certain choices. This one's not going to BGS. It's going to PSA for slide-off centering. No point in sending it to BGS because BGS might give it a 9.5, whereas PSA might give it a 10. So this will go to PSA. Same here. I noticed just these tiny little things that make me go, PSA, Tag. And you can see I've got a lineup for more Tag cards here because the Tag cards have done pretty well. The centering on this one was too poor, so it wasn't allowed to go to Beckett. See? So that's kind of how I do it. I'm dividing between which company to go with in order to optimize or extract as much value as possible. You might say extract value. Right now, I've got a bag of cards that are ready to go. Oh, it's in the other room. Right now, I got a bag of cards that are ready to go to BGS. I was hoping to add a couple more cards to it before it officially goes out, but we're ready to start sending that one off. The next one after this will be the PSA submission. PSA submission it'll be easy to fill because it'll receive a lot of poker cards. I like to grade the poker cards with PSA. Interesting waifu card. Yeah, waifu cards, man. This is a waifu card. Look at that. Jabba has a thing about waifus, huh? God, he's so gross. I love it. Here we go. Snipping this. I think that PSA is pretty good for lending authenticity to cards. Snipping this. Okay. Good. Ready? Tossing that. And we've got... Oh, the Queen Bee, Vespa Queen. Look at this. Everyone voted on the Pikachu. They said, I want the Pikachu. And then I priced it and I said, I don't want the Pikachu. I feel like I've seen this happen with the choosing the rare candy breaks. Here's a Revaroom. No, this is just Varoom. Nice. Here's Entei. Nice. Who do you recommend sending the Topps movie cards to? Either PSA or CGC. There it is. CGC might give you a better chance for gem mint if it's looking like a week 10. Their gem mint qualifications might be lower than PSA's. And so you have to ask yourself, what do you want? A CGC gem mint or a PSA 9? Ooh, tough decision. I voted for Zard and would have sent for Zard. Well, we'll see if anyone joins this Pikachu in a day or two. It is. Ta-da! I'm setting it up for LaFlame, guys. It is. Ooh. The Zard, was he close? He was not very close. Pikachu was ahead by a pretty good lead. The second one was what, like Moltres or something like that? You know what my favorite one was? Easily, the Ancient Mew was my favorite because it's a vintage card. And I guess maybe I'm a sucker for vintage. All right, Mr. Luke. Did you need a new bag, Luke? Also, what's this card doing over here? This says Saul Jimenez. Shouldn't that be in the S box? That's not the S box. That's the L box. S box is way over here. What the hell? I found an S bag in an L box. Doesn't make any sense. I'll jump in Pikachu on a later date. Moltres would have rolled. There we go. The people voted. You know what's interesting, though, about that vote, and I've thought about this? Everyone in the audience gets to vote rather than everyone who's an actual buyer. It would be better if the system was designed so that only people who might actually buy a spot in the card can vote. because I think people just vote on which card they like the most, but that's everyone in the audience rather than everyone who actually has a wallet with money in it. So it's it might be like a flawed system, in other words, is what I'm saying. All right. Mr. Luke. Let's see. New bag, Mr. Luke? I think it's new bag time. Mine was Moltres. Probably the cheapest, so better odds. I just want to spend money, so I didn't vote. Oh, I see what you're saying. No problem, man. All right. Right now, we have a gym break right here. It's kind of pricey. This Luke Glory. Okay. Very nice. I think I need a new bag. All right. Okay. Very good. We have Mr. Mark Joel Valerian. And he said, hey again, sir, can I get one Japanese Terra Festival box? Oh, yes. Terra Festival boxes. Have these gone up yet? I feel like these probably should have gone up by now. All right. Got it. Hell yeah, dude. What do you guys think about making another gym break deck? You think that would be fun? But this time the audience can like contribute cards to it. How cool would that be? God, I think that'd be very neat. All right. Did I miss something? It says good RNG 88. Ow. Ooh. Ugh. Okay. And let's start snipping. Dude, what is this music, dude? One whole box, Japanese Terra Festival. He could pull a God Pack. He could pull a Sunbreon. Ooh. Remember how fun Terra Festival was and then how shockingly bad Prismatic was? Who decided the pull rates on Prismatic? There we go. That guy said, who here likes to play Dark Souls? So, all right, we're going to be the Dark Souls of the Pokemon card hobby. Here's Okie dokie. Okay, so far we got Master Ball Duraludon. We've got Blood Moon Ursaring. I think it's Ursaring. Okay, we've got, I like this Umbreon, I really do. I feel like if you can grade this guy like Black Label or like Tag 10, he does all right. I think he's worth like 30 bucks or something. Here's Tyranitar Blarg. Okay, we got the Masked Man. Oh, right. Oh no, your pull is Golden Go. You did it! You pulled the Mozzarella Cheese Man! Woo! Alright, it's crazy to think you can pull that in English, guys. The Cheese Man. You can open 1,000 packs and pull the Cheese Man. Swags! Yeah, exactly. Alright. Alright, guys, I'm going to do it. I'm very interested in this. From now on, you may donate a card from your order to the gym break deck. We'll host a second gym break deck, and you can donate a card to it. And the way we'll do it is when you donate a card, we'll kick out if it fills all the way up. Let's have it be like a 45 card deck. If it fills all the way up, we kick out one of the cards. We can even write your name on the card on like the sleeve so that we know whose card is whose, and that'll help us keep track, you know, in case we want to return that to your bag. All right, here we are. All right, very nice. And it'll actually be fun to see if anyone sends a swaggy Pokemon card into the deck. Also, I don't think it'll matter what the language is because all we really need is this number here. And maybe we'll come up with a rule or two as we go to, like a funny rule. There we are. Okay, lovely. Golden Go. Wow, Mr. Mark. Mark with an M. Let's find your bag. Did he have a bag? Let's grab this. What should the sleeves be for the second deck, I wonder? Could be prismatic sleeves. Let's see. I think I need a new one. Oh, right. Okay, let's get you a brand new one. Well, welcome back, Mr. Mark. It's nice to have you here again. And I know you like to get your cards shipped without delay, so you are needing a new bag again. Here it is. Nice to see you, man. I'm in your walls. I have bought more to Rational than Prismatic. I usually buy only English unless it's graded, but me and Prismatic don't get along. I don't think it gets along with anyone. Mark, J, Emmanuel. Boop. Nice. All right, lovely, man. I asked that. I want my playmat. Mister, what will you do with the playmat of the Prismatic SBC? I think it's nice and it seems to have value. It seems to have value. How much does it go for? How's Union Arena sales for you? There is a Full Metal Alchemist set coming up. Union Arena is real hit or miss. Sometimes it sells well. Sometimes it sits there for months. But Full Metal Alchemist is a good, that's a good brand. That's a good franchise. So, you know, I would be interested in that one. When does it arrive? So I don't normally sell the playmats. If you guys have tracked my eBay channel, I don't really waste time with them. Usually all that happens is that they get stacked up in a corner and then pretty much forgotten. I suppose we could ship them out. I think the problem is this. They're really not the same size as the rest of the cards. So we have to have some method for shipping them. We either separate them into a different shipment or we try to cram all your cards into like an SPC empty box. And then that box has to be shipped. But it's too large of a box to be considered for certain shipping sizes. So it would probably be like a $15 shipment, I'd say. There's the British YouTuber called PTCG Radio. He opened and got 2 Umbreons. Yeah, I keep hearing about that. It is a pretty colossal pull, huh? That's going to be a special video, and I don't know if anyone will top that. That's pretty cool. So was it like a God pack plus 2 more? Or like, how did he get so lucky? It almost seems like a mistake that so many good pulls should be in there. All right, let's see. Here's Ty Lee. Here's Raku. Here's Call of Legends Deoxys. Separate packs. Here's Totodile. In the past, I had these giant bubble mailers, and I could actually ship the playmats out and the bubble rollers, and that would cost, you know, a little chunk. It'd cost some postage plus the cost of the bubble mailers. Maybe I should buy a bunch of those bubble mailers again. I've gotten playmats and cards shipped from other ripper shippers. Fine if you open it and layer fold it in. Radio voice is amazing. LMAO. Hi, I am new. It's I am new. Okay, so let me go ahead and take a look at the next order, which is Tyler Franson. Tyler Franson, Mimikyu Mimikyu Break. Please go easy on me 6. Let's do this real fast. Here it is. Let's see. We're going to grab this right here. We're going to grab this right here. So, guys, we have a new thing going on where we're going to create a second deck just like this one. And the second deck will be made out of cards that you donate. And we'll write your name on the sleeve so that we know who donated it. It'll be fun. And so you guys will have some control over the deck. And it'll be fun to watch what you guys build. Now, Tyler, I believe, already has a card, right? Tyler, you got a card, don't you? No? Yes, you do. Right here. You got a card with 1 loss. You got no chance here, Tyler. 6 is an expert. All right, there it is. Lovely. Now, are you ready? Pulling these out. We added a new card to this, and the new card was like, it was a cool little e-reader card. Tyler about to get wrecked. $45. Yeah, that's pretty pricey, actually. You know, I thought that most of the contents of that box were going to pretty much be junk because I've opened a lot of ultra premium collections over the years, and most of the time you get like a coin or a play mat or like deck sleeves or just something, and they're all worth a couple dollars, but they're usually not worth $45. And so I'd say that's a pretty high price for those items. Maybe we should find a way to ship them out, huh? We are. What do you think about that, Tammy? It's a very unfortunate thing because my whole setup here isn't really designed to fit the playmats anywhere, and we'll have to find some way to do something like that. The playmats are very inconvenient, so I never like selling them. Here's Nidoking with 90, but yeah, $45 is hard to ignore. Here's Poliwrath. Whoa, a tie right off the bat. But look at this. If we were playing weakness and resistance, this guy has a weakness to grass. He'd actually lose to the Nidoking. All right, now we've got Ditto. Ditto's a good card, 6. Remember, we changed the rules for Ditto. Ditto is he beats anything that's under 50 HP, and if anything is above 50 HP, he transforms and it ties. So Ditto's a strong card to have. Automatically beats weak Pokemon. And there it is, Venusaur. So Tyler would normally beat a 50 HP Pokemon, but Ditto uses Transform, and now it's also 100 HP Venusaur. So two rounds are tied. Round 3, we've got Blaziken. Oh, that's a good card. And Tyler, you're going to pull Ninetales with 80 HP. The first round goes to 6. All right, 6, that's the first win. Here goes. Next we have Charmander. Oh, that's kind of weak. And Muck with 70. Second round goes to Tyler, so now it's tied. All right, here goes. Pikachu with 50 HP. Oh, dear. And Pidgeot. Pidgeot's going to win. Tyler Franson. He takes the Mimikyu. I'm sorry, 6. Wow, that went on for a while. It's cool that can go on for a while, you know? I find that interesting. Feels like I'm battling Gary. You know, if we make another deck, it should also have a Ditto in it. All right, there we go. Sorry, 6. Tyler Franson, congratulations. How did that feel, Mr. Tyler? Wow, 6 lost. What are the odds? 50%. Yeah. It would be cool if the people who are actually in the Pokemon thing, the gym break, could participate somehow, like give me an instruction. All right. Tyler, what a lucky day for you, Tyler. I feel like I've done the impossible. Here we are. Here's Gabriel, and he wants 3 of the Ruler of the Black Flames. You got it. 3 of these. 1, 2, and a 3. Mister should add those resistances, etc., minus 20 HP. It'll take too long, says Tammy. What'll take too long? Tammy, what are you talking about? Next gym break. There's one on the table. It's this one right here. Nobody's in it yet. Galarian Moltres. $37 break. Cold. This is for Gabriel. Union Arena Full Metal Alchemist is out now in Japanese. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that's silly. Why didn't the guy who supplies me my cards tell me about it? Ah, that annoys me. Man. I gotta have a better system or something. So if water versus Leaf, Leaf will be minus 20 HP against water. Okay, yeah, so weaknesses and resistances would definitely be fun. Although maybe it would be hard for the audience to follow along with that, especially because you can't really see the card. It's kind of hard to see. So I think maybe that would be hard for them to follow. Here's Gabriel. But, you know, I like the ideas of it turning into the actual card game would be fun. Let's see. Just a suggestion. I know I see them and I want to use them. I want to do the same thing. Gabriel. Oh, Gabriel. New bag, Gabriel? Here's a Gabriel Munoz. It looks like he gave me an abandoned bag. Munoz. Ugh. Comes out English in July. Okay. Oh, found you. Tree hugger. Right here. All right. You did have a bag. What do you guys think? Union Arena Full Metal Alchemist? Give me a second here. Okay. Tossing this back up here. And let's see what Mr. Gabriel left us. There you go. Feeling rich. Feeling blessed. Feeling pokey blessed. All right. Here's the Fall of the Airship. $90, $80. That's PSA 10 Gold Deck, Yellow Deck. It's a nice little Squirtle. He's kind of cool. Here's a Golbat. And here is a Slowbro for 15 bucks. Cool. I hear you guys want another break. I don't know if I can do that for you guys. Let's see. We're hitting refresh over here. I saw that other video with Pokemon and organized crime. Grab this. Where's the Yellow Deck Bulbasaur? Probably already sold. Can I get a Topps Pokemon and Action Flip series, please? Ooh, that's a big one. Okay. So here is the Topps Pokemon. And the Action Flips, which is kept where? Somewhere way over here. Is this it? I think it's this one right here. All right. And let me just see what the menu says about the Action Flip. Does it actually say which Action Flip? Japanese Vintage. Action Flip Series 1. So here it is. Series 1. All right, you ready? I love almost all the anime in Union Arena, but I can't see myself playing the game. Ooh, okay. Ooh, wait, we don't want to snip that. We do want to snip this, though. Okay. And we're just going to open this the good old traditional way. All right, so the back of the card is definitely not Charizard. Did you see one shop got leaked selling opening black and white early? Did you see one shop? You mean a Pokemon shop got it early and they started opening and selling it early? They really should lose their license for receiving the product. I feel like either the release date gets followed and everyone follows those rules and there's consequences for breaking the rules, or the sell-by date is just a made-up number. Like it literally doesn't matter. Sell it as soon as you can for profit while everyone else plays by the rules. You know what I'm saying? So it's one way or the other. And I would expect the Pokemon company to come forward and say, you've broken some sort of contract with us by opening this early, and now we're going to stop supplying you with the product. Oh, yeah. Series 1, it's good, man. There you go. Look at that. That's cool. You know, I sold product like this for Lord of the Rings. It was really neat. It was the same thing. Flareon and Eevee. It should be illegal. I don't know about illegal. No, I don't think it's illegal. But the rules are made up by the Pokemon Distribution Company. And, you know, if you break the rules, you lose your distribution. But, you know, if they don't lose their distribution, the problem is everyone else needs to be doing the same rule break then, you know? Like, so if these guys do it and they get away with it, well, then in order to remain competitive, you need to be selling as soon as possible. Jinx has no evolution, right? So if you're the beta male loser rule follower, you are coming in last because this other guy gets it early and he sells it early. And that's just how it goes for him. But I don't know. I don't think we'll see anything change until the Pokemon company steps up and says, we absolutely do not tolerate this. Lose your license and don't sell our product anymore. And that's what needs to happen, but they won't do it. I don't know why. It just won't happen. I don't think it'll happen. There we go. How nice. It's annoying to see, isn't it? Because everyone wants the product. So it's annoying to see somebody else has like the privilege of having it before everyone else. And they don't have the privilege. Did I write the wrong name down? That says Mark J. Emanuel. Wait a second. That's the wrong name. Why did I write down Mark J? I must have been talking to someone. You know, I'm very tired, by the way. I don't mention that enough. I'm very sleepy right now. That name's not right. It's Mark J. Frieren. How did I get Emmanuel onto the bag? I must have been looking at something. My last name is Frieren. Yeah, so weird. I must have looked at something that said Emmanuel. Maybe somebody talking in chat. All right, let's get that name correct. Well, I saw it, and I said immediately, that's not right. That's not Mark J. Frieren. We're going to get it right now. Okay, but I can't figure out how I made that mistake in the first place. Ta-da! All right, lovely. Thank you for the big orders tonight. Those are some nice orders, man. Okay. Now we have Mr. Mark J. Frieren. Can I get a Korean box of Terra Festival? Hell yeah, dude. All right. Let's get a rotate on these slabs now. We got this Glassly. Cool. South Park. Some of these have been rotating for a while. I feel like they're ready to come down. Birthday Pikachu. There's a Gyarados. Gyat! And here is a Igglybuff. Oh. Ready? Big hits, please. Hell yeah, dude. That new Ditto promo from Korea is so cute. Yeah? You talking about... this one? What do you know about Korean cards, huh? Just got that put away for now. There was a Destined Rivals English pack accidentally stuffed into a prismatic tin a while back. Huh, strange. How did that happen? What if somebody who's assembling the tins does that for fun and says, this will make news? All right. Ta-da! Can I get one pack, please? Absolutely, Mr. J. Here we are. Yeah, but this don't seem to be an accident. They got product and selling it. Yeah, definitely not an accident. They're just breaking the rules. Breaking the rules. Everyone else is following them. Because I guarantee you, they're not the first ones to get the product. You know, the big card shops got them first. And maybe a couple other, you know, card resellers got them too. But they're just the only ones willing to break the rule and be like, yeah, let's break the rule. Let's break the rule. I don't know. It is an annoying thing, really, because, again, to remain competitive, especially when it comes to, like, content, you got to be first to market with content, right? So if you want to remain competitive content-wise, you have to follow them in and break the same rule. And it's like, that's not good, dude. Come on, dude. Don't be like that. You know, when I get, ooh, look at that. Matang Master Ball. That's kind of a bad Master Ball, isn't it? When Capcom reaches out to me and they give me early access to a game, they give me these really strict rules about when I can start playing it live. And that's how companies like things to go. They like a large blanket launch all at the same time. They don't like one person to control the launch. And so it's not, I don't even think the companies like it when this kind of thing happens. They don't want one group, one content creator spoiling the entire launch for everyone. You know what I mean? You are. And you either watch it or you miss it. How much for the Korean promo? Those promos will not be for sale until after grading, which is a good thing. You know, I'll get them out there. I'll get them graded. And when they come back, we'll just be looking at whatever they go for that day. And so that's how they will be. Oh, darn, it's Sarah Luge. You know, the Sarah Luge card from the side almost looks like it could be the Umbreon. Lovely card, though. Here it is. All right, here's this. And here's this. I really wasn't supposed to reveal that I have them. I was just supposed to get them graded and get them back. He says, okay, that's fair. Yeah, it'll be better to have me grade them anyways, because I'm pretty cost effective at getting them graded on my side, so that's not a bad thing. And then if they're 9s, you don't got to worry about buying any 9s. We are. Don't want one person ruining the launch. Apollo 13. So that's for our friend Mr. Mark. We like Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark's been going deep. We like him. Here we are. All right. Very good. 2 boxes of Terror Festival today, guys. Sweet Sarah Lou, just nice. It's a really nice card. Beautiful card. Okay. So what do we have over here? We're hitting refresh over here. We're hitting refresh over here. And all the scammers have that card ready to swap the Umbi. Mr. Mark says, can I get the Slow Bro slab? Yeah, absolutely. $15 Slow Bro slab. You're really going to enjoy this. If you don't have a lot of slabs, you're going to like it. That's a red. There we go. Boy, I am just tired as heck. I can feel my head swimming. There we go. You know when you're real tired and your head starts swimming? It'd be funny to put both of these together into one $40 break. That'd be funny. Like a gym break, 2 spots. Pikachu. He's a pricier one. He'd be $65 a spot, this Pikachu. So that's pretty... Oh, unless we turn it into a 3-piece. Remember that? We did that before? 3-way gym break? That'd be funny. All right, let's see. We did that before. Tyler Franson says, Magikarp break. So if you guys are wanting a fast break, here it is. The Magikarp break, which already has 2 people in it. Okay. I don't do any Brielle cards. I do not any Brielle cards. Oh, where you from, Mr. J? You don't have Brielle cards. Boy, I'd be sick to my stomach if I didn't have Brielle cards. Here's 1 and 2. So that's 2 spots filled. Okay. Pikachu, a 3-way break. India, how are things in India? My mother-in-law, she likes to go to India. She's been to India, I think, 3 times. We are. Here's Mr. Raul Mendoza jumping also into the Magikarp break, leaving it just 1 spot. That's why it's called a lightning break, because it's over faster than usual. Okay. Yay, 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 yay. What is Ben Chad? I feel like you're asking me a trick question, like that's going to be like a Bart Simpson question. Ben Chad? He's about to get me. Makes moms feel at home. Everyone has 10 kids. Who's got 10 kids? Okay, we're going to hit refresh over here. There's a giant float of the Lapras Ditto flooding where they're selling the merch. I posted in general if you want to see. Yeah, the guy who sold me those, he was telling me about that. Can I get in the Magikarp break? Yes, although you're only going to have 1 spot because there's only 1 spot left, and you'll have $40 left over. Okay, and Mr. LaFlame, you might miss that as well. Although, you know what we could do? We could run it twice if it's so popular. I need to talk to Amanda. Hug and kiss. Oh my God. Is there an Amanda here? Amanda, hug and kiss. No worries. So we'll set this to the side for you. And so you've got 40, and Mr. LaFlame's got 40 for a different break. Okay. So now, ooh, where am I? Here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta-da! All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking for Mr. P.I. Staker. Oh my gosh. Okay. Give me a number to split this, I guess. It's basically just between 1 and 3. Like Lao Sasu. 2? All right, you got it. 1, 2. Okay, that just splits it in half, basically. Now, our 4 contestants tonight, Andrew, Tyler, Raul, and Mark. Hello, guys. Oops. Really pretty hard to make this random. All right, that's pretty good, I guess. Give me a number. I don't need to put this in the break history. It looks like they're all here. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. Mr. J says 1. Oh, I wasn't supposed to flip that over. I was just supposed to put it to the back. Oh my God! All right. Here, I'll put it behind camera, right? And then let's try that all over again. Jesus, dude. Let's try that all over again. So stupid. It's because I'm tired. I flipped the card over like we're opening them. All right, give me another number. My bad, dude. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't get a lot of sleep. Karis didn't let me have a lot of sleep. See, she doesn't have work on the weekends, so I sleep in the daytime, but she wakes me up. 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, tuck behind like that. There we go. Nice and easy. Okay. Here's Mr. Tyler. Oh, right off the bat, Tyler. Nice. Number 2, Andrew Martin. Okay, number 3, Mark. Ah, Mark pulling the star card. All right. And number 4, Raul Mendoza. There it is. All right. That was pretty fast, wasn't it? Set these down. And Tyler Franson, you've got a little Magikarp now that you got for $40. That's not bad. Okay. Tyler says, thank you all. Tyler, you had a pretty good night, didn't you? Because you got a gym battle too, didn't you? All right, cool. I sent 40 in for that break. That's 3 people. We can run it twice. You guys want to run it twice? Hold on. We only need 1 more person then, right? Oh, maybe I don't have one. I take it back. I apologize. I don't have access to an easy one. That or I don't know where it's at. I apologize. We don't have another one. Thought we did. Probably lost somewhere. Here's Mark J. Valerian. Mr. Mark J. Valerian. We can grab maybe a different... we can probably grab a different lightning break. You get put in the waifu break. Here it is. Waifu break takes up to 3. So that's at 3 out of 15. Still a ways to go for that guy, girl. Sent ZELLE for carp round 2. There's no, I apologize. There's no round 2 for the carp. I apologize. All right. But we can pick out a different lightning card maybe that you might also be interested in once you see it. Okay. Ow. I also sent, well, shucks. Ah, yes, the lewd waifu. Hey, you know, worth something. Set that there. Okay. What do we have here? We've got, that one's kind of cool. Great Tusk. That one's kind of cool. Dark Charmeleon's kind of cool. I think I know what I want to do, actually. We want to sell one of these. There you go. Man, why am I having so much trouble finding my cards right now? Oh my god. Ah, there it is. One of these. Kingdra. That's an English Kingdra, and it looks really nice. It has that drawing style from that famous Japanese picture, right? Ever seen one of these? I would bet this card goes up in price over time, sure. I think it's a lovely card. There we are. Tossing that over there. Is that Poker Blastoise card for sale? Yes, it is, actually. I can price it up for you if you'd like. Mr. Ruben, how are you today, Ruben? The art is spectacular. It is. It's really nice. That's a popular one. I've sold that one a bunch. Let's just take a look at him real fast, shall we? So that's Kingdra. Is this in English? Oh, it looks like the Kingdra got cheaper over time. That's good for you guys. Let me take a look at that again. Yeah, he's gotten slightly cheaper over time. Cool. So the Kingdra's probably also going to be. The Kingdra's also going to be a 1 in 4. And so I can set it up for people to join it. The people who were in line first could get in there first, because I suspect this might end really fast. He's a better deal because he has gone down in price slightly. There it is. Let me know if you want in, Mark and LaFlame. I can put you into this one. That would fill 2 spots. I'm very interested in the Blastoise. Yeah, let's take a quick look at that. Yeah, he's been for sale before. This is the red deck Blastoise. I consider him like a top pull from the poker decks. He's not a card that's in every poker deck, which makes him rare. And he shouldn't be very high population either. If we check the population on it, the population is probably about, I bet you, close to 30 by now. Let's see what it is. 23. Yep, population 23. So now you know how many of these exist. 23 10s. That's very low for a vintage card. Now let's go and try and figure out a price. The Charizard back is a little more popular than the other backs. Poker Blastoise. All right, we want the cheapest version of it. Remember, you can put this card into slab away and pay it down over 6 months. Okay, it says right here, red back Blastoise is $350. So that's what we're going to match, $350. Let's see, here we are. Okay. Sure, I'll take it. Nice. Yes, please, can I get in? All right, so 2 spots are taken. Anyone else in line who wanted in as well? There it is. Not a cheap card, interestingly, isn't it? Yeah, that's a pricey card. Let's put him in the center. Like that. And, God, I wish this sleeve wasn't folding over already. Why is it folding over like that? Okay, right back into the bag. Where did we just put the lightning bag? Oh, there it is. Should I try again? Should be 3 already, says Pokey Drew. Okay, so Pokey Drew is saying it should be at 3. Did you get mine in there? Not yet. We have an order from Andrew Stumberg. All right, Andrew is saying he would like to go as well. Here you go, Mr. Andrew. Okay, you're in as well. So that's 3. Good. I don't know if it's cleared yet, but I sent for the carp. You could run it to the Kingdra, or if it's full, put it toward the Poliwrath. All right, be careful, guys. It might have already been sent in for. Oh, man. Omar sent for that. Andrew sent for that. Let's see. So I need to see who sent in first. Either Andrew or Omar. Andrew sent his 6 minutes ago. And Omar sent his 8 minutes ago. That makes Omar the older one. Omar made it in. Andrew, you missed it by 2 minutes. I'm sorry. Apologize for that. Okay, there we go. We'll just set this back to the side again. And here we go again. I want some PRB1. Says good RNG. No problemo. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this really short break. It's a lightning break. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's almost easier to do this kind of shuffle. Oops, that's fine. That's good enough. All right, just give me a number. It's only 4 cards. Am I wasting my time listing cards for $1? Certainly feels that way, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's the rotate. And now I will show off these names real fast. And away they go. Okay, that should have been too hard for you to follow. Choose a number. I have cards listed as low as 1 penny. Ooh. 2, 1, 2. All right, thank you, Mr. Troy. What do we got? Andrew on 1. Ooh, that's a miss, Andrew. I'm sorry. Here's La Flame on 2. La Flame picking up the star card. Here's Mark on 3. And Mark, you're gonna be picking up the beautiful Kingdra. What do you think of that, man? And Mr. Omar Batui with the Dewblade. What's his name again? Blade Pokemon. All right, there it is. Boy, it's feeling late, isn't it? Let's grab this. Maybe for me at least. Well, congratulations to Mr. Mark. Remember, guys, to congratulate the person who pulled it. And don't have any hard feelings or anything like that. That's how you enjoy these breaks, is by not worrying about them too much. All right. So the flame will be moved right over here. Sometimes it works out to where somebody sees the penny card is it's what they want, and they'll throw in a bigger card. Yeah, I've heard of that kind of thing. Okay, set these here. So there's that. All right, lovely. Well, look at that. The Weiss almost naked purple hair girls all the way up to 4 out of 15 all of a sudden. How did that happen? And that's sort of the purpose of the lightning break, is to help whatever the star card is to move. It's a charity event for the star card. All right. And, all right. Cool, man. I wanted PRB instead. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this Omar Batui? Have no fear, Mr. Omar. I will go ahead and eat the loss on that mistake and get you your PRB1. You were saying that in chat. I didn't know that you're Omar Batui. Kind of help me out there next time. Say, hey, it's me, Omar Batui. Don't let me be in that break. I probably didn't understand it because I'm sleepy, though. He says, no, you had 4. He says, yes, no, you had 4. I wanted PRB instead. Okay, let's get you PRB then. And how many PRBs would that be? That's an oof for me there. It's kind of lost $40 by accident. It happens. And he was in there 6 minutes earlier. I think he meant when you get to his order, he wants PRB instead. Oh, thank God. Good. Okay. You had me thinking that you're the other guy. Okay. Wait. Who did go in there? It was Omar that went in there, isn't it? Omar was the person who went in, correct? Yeah, it was Omar. He was in the break. I didn't want him. Yes, have no fear. We're getting you some nice one-piece packs. Have no fear. I think I have to go get some more PRB ones. I'll be right back. Andy went in. Actually, Andy did not go in. You went in. It's because your order was placed before his, and I didn't realize you were asking for those PRB ones. Let me go get those real fast. Looks like I might almost be sold out of these guys unless I got a supply of them somewhere else. Yeah, that was an unfortunate mistake. There it is. I didn't realize what was going on. I'm a bit sleepy, that's all. It's just 40 bucks. I make money all the time. So let's see. How many did you get? You have 5 of them, is that right? Let's see, $40. PRB1 Japanese is 7. So it's 40 divided by 7. Well, it's just about 5 with $5 left over, right? Here we are. Wake up, mister. I thought you knew who I was. No, I don't. Well, it's not that I don't know who you are. It's just that it's very hard for me to memorize YouTube names and how they relate to PayPal names. So it's because there's like hundreds of people. That's what it is. It might not even look that way. Like the audience, it's 113, right? But the true customer base is much higher than that because people spread out between streams and such. So, yeah, it's hard for me to memorize a lot of names. It really is. Mr. R1 is Omar Faba, and he got kind of mad because I couldn't remember that. He's like, you don't know who I am? I was like, I don't. I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. It's really hard for me to memorize the YouTube names. There we are. Will there be another lightning break? We could probably host another lightning break. Let's see what we got. Snipping that. Sorry about that. No, it's all right. Who really cares? We'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. I'll make some money somewhere else someday. Let's see. We actually have $5 left over for you too. It's not your fault. It's just how it works. It's very messy what we do sometimes. Oops. Toss that over there. All right. Let's see. So you're gonna pick up. I tell you what, if you get a manga rare, give me a tip, okay? Give me a $35 tip. Do that, okay? But that's if you get a manga rare. If you don't get a manga rare, don't worry about it. Okay, here's a little dragon. Rar, Kaido! Okay, and now here is this guy. Clever. He's got the biggest sword. He's just making up for his small peepee. Here's... Okay. Oh, lightning guy. You got lightning guy. Very nice. Okay. Very good. And boop. Here's this guy with the hammer. He's got the big battering club. And finally, ta-da, we've got Yamato Tomato. Yay! All right. So there's the PRB ones. Unfortunately, no manga this time. I wish there was. That would have been very cool. And so I believe you still have $5 left over. Mr. Knows Me. I think you're David Moraes. There you are. There's a lot of people to memorize. They're not all here at once. They're not all here at once. They spread out, you know. Some of them are asleep right now. Some of them will show up tomorrow morning. It's a lot of names. Even people who have been here a long time, I could still mess it up. They'd be like, you don't know me? I've been here for 6 years. I'll be like, I'm sorry, I don't know your YouTube name. Sometimes it's really easy to remember if the YouTube name is especially catchy or funny. This is Omar Ahmed and Mr. Omar Oliveira with like 2 cards in here. There's this Onetic. That's not expired. That's expired though. We're removing that because we are running out of room. That's what happens when we run out of room. People start going to the chopping block sooner. All right. My YouTube name and my PayPal name are the same. Hope that makes it easier. Oh, yeah. Makes it like a million times easier. I can remember you for days. Tyler Franson is Tyler Franson. Franson, Francoff. Franson, Francoff. Yes, that makes it super duper easy. Ooh, lovely Moltres here. Isn't that nice? Deoxys for $36. That's a PSA 10 card for $36. Think about that. Let that sink in for a second, how cheap that is. It's hard enough to get a 10, and then you have to pay for the grading on top of it. That's not bad. It's really not. Only place to go from that kind of price is up. And it's printed in 2023, so it's really not that old yet. But when it gets old, it might be surprisingly valuable. We'll find out. Here's Gabriel. He wants 2 of the rulers of the Black Flame. That's why I bought those cards, because I think they're nice. I wouldn't have bought them if I didn't think they were nice. Here it is. You nailed it, Mr. Great Memory. Oh, you'd be surprised. I have a pretty bad memory. There you go. I have, in fact, offended people before by not remembering their PayPal name and how it relates to their YouTube name. It's harder than you think. You have to remember 2 names. Think about it. Imagine you go into a room full of like 200 people and you got to remember all their names. All right. Now imagine you have to go into the room, remember 200 names and their associated nicknames. Well, that's 400 names. Yeah, it gets really tough. Here's, the flower thing. God, what is this song, dude? What are we listening to? Holy cow, dude. Grabbing this. Should be easier for regulars. No, I agree, and that's probably how it works too. So the way it works is the more time we spend together, maybe like, if you have like these really big, interesting orders and stuff like that, my brain starts to hold on to the name more easily. There it is, Mr. Gabriel. But again, I was also saying, sort of like if your name, like your YouTube name is more unique somehow, that also works too. Here we are. All right, Mr. Gabriel. Some names really stick in your mind for some reason, or my mind in particular. I don't know why. It's all right. Like Tammy Lowe, she's got a really unique YouTube name that perfectly matches her PayPal name. She's pretty easy to remember. All right, but then I'll still call her 6 or I'll call her Jennifer Yat when I open her cards. And I'll be like, oops. Okay, here's... Click. So, Andrew Martin, doesn't he have $40? Andrew Martin. Now I wish I had thrown you in there, Andrew. That would have been so easy. There we go. Oops. Aaron Rodriguez, 10 Glory of Team Rockets. All right, let's take care of this. 10 Glory of Team Rockets. Oh, yeah. Like me, Jay. Simple. It's so easy to remember Jay. Jay from India. Jay, who do you think is better, India or Pakistan? Here we are. There we go. My nickname is super easy to remember. Mister, if you could pick one color to represent Pokemon, what would it be? Pokemon? Yellow, maybe? The logo's yellow. Yellow and blue. Jay says India. Yeah, to heck with those guys from Pakistan. India forever, bro. I don't know. Glad you guys didn't have a big war, though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I have no idea what you guys would even fight over. I guess it's over land dispute or something like that, huh? There we go. Neither. It's all about America. If you could pick one, already read that. But Pakistan has Pokistan. There we go. Tough choices. All right. Very nice. I'm just hanging around because it blasted all the drones Pakistan sent. Oh, yeah? That's good. That's good. Cool. It's all about drones nowadays, huh? Man, kind of crazy, the world we live in. How about the autonomous robots? I was watching a robot clean a kitchen, and the guy was explaining how smart the robot was. It's like, yeah, this robot has super sensitive touch, and it learns like what it's going to bump into, and da 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 da. And I was like, holy. I watched a robot do the dishes and then clean the counters and then sweep the floor. And I was like, oh, it's a real now. It's a thing now. It's like the Jetsons. It's a real thing now. We're actually at that level where the robot's ready to do that level of work. We're very close. Like, it could be another 10 years. I don't know. But in 10 years, we're going to be all getting killed by the Geth from Mass Effect. All right, that's Aaron Rodriguez. Thank you, Mr. Aaron. This time, no crazy luck. We'll all be fighting the iRobots, in other words. There you go. And we'll be forced to move into our spaceships and wear life support suits. I want to do another lightning break to have a chance of winning another card or getting into the waifu break at all. You should jump into the waifu break. That's a really nice card. You can jump in there and get a guaranteed spot and still get a spot in the lightning break. All right. But I can check and see what kind of cards we might have for a lightning break real fast. All right. Maybe these birds. The stained glass birds goes up in price really consistent, though. Let's just see what we can do about it. Where are you from? Well, I'm from the United States. I'm from a place in the United States right in the middle of the country called Missouri. It's a super awesome state. Everyone is fighting to get into Missouri. They go, oh, if only we could live in Missouri. The best state. We love tornadoes and having hee-haw to do. Oh, it's hot over here. So hot. Everyone wants in. Okay, so this one's going to be a total of 7 spots. Bit bigger. Okay. But a lightning break can be like that. Any man's laughing. Okay. He says, oh, okay. There we go. Very nice. Still haven't decided where to move. You know, Karis was saying she's interested in Hawaii. She wants to get into like marine biology or something. She has like a passion for the ocean. I was like, that's very white girlish of you. What's up with every girl wanting to be a marine biologist? You guys notice that? Every girl wants to be a couple things. Homesteading with like goats and chickens, marine biologist, or horse girl. It's like one of those 3 things without any missing. They always want one of those things. Have you guys noticed that? I don't think I've ever met a girl who doesn't want one of those 3 things. Yeah, marine biology. Oh my God, here we go with the marine biology. I'm going to save the ocean. A lot of them marine biologists here. Yeah, that's cool, man. I think she might really enjoy it. She's kind of tired of her current job. She does software engineering, and it is a soulless job, to say the least. Not a lot of passion or heart involved, all brain. And she's done that for a while, and I think it is making her go crazy. I think she's losing her mind. I've never done a waifu break or shuffle. How many spots in the girly break? This is an expensive girly card from the 2019 set Sneaker Bunko. Sneaker Bunko, one of the most expensive sets. We based our price off of the cheapest buy it now price on eBay. Here you can see there's a girl on the left and the right, and there's actual cards of these girls that exist. You can see them. The brown girl is in Sneaker Bunko, and this blue-haired girl is in, I believe, is in Fujima Bunko? I can't remember. It might be in Fujima Bunko, or it might be in Sneaker Bunko. So it's a 3-girl picture, and if you get the other 2 cards, you can almost line them up together. This one's not super expensive, but this one I believe is a signature. So and this one's in the middle. So yeah, it's a pricey little card, and it's up to 4 out of 15. You can post it on eBay if you don't want it, but I'm just selling it at the cheapest buy now price. Those Weiss cards get really expensive. How dare you? Are you allergic to anything? I think I am allergic to things. I think I have allergies at the wazoo. I've never done a waifu breaker shuffle. How many big spots on the earlier? You never done a pokey shuffle? $5 chance for a card? That's a really simple way to do like instant break. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we have an order, Mark, and he says, can I get a Pokemon Action Series 1 and shipping? You got it. Okay, Action Series 1 and shipping. So this Action Series 1 set right here, guys, can be pretty impressive sometimes. There's a Charizard to actually pull out of this set. Here goes. And yes, PSA does grade these. Pokey Shuffle, yes. Waifu Shuffle, no. I'm allergic to cashews. Oh, cashews. You can't eat cashews. That's interesting. Aren't they popular in India? Cashews are popular in India. We like them here in the United States too. And a lot of the times we get our cashews from India. Look at that. That Sandshrew really decided he was going to use fly. I just joined. How to giveaways. Yes, so here's the giveaway right over here. See all the names? You need to type this keyword into the chat, TCC. That's how you join the giveaway. You'll see other people doing it too. Yes. Nice mini. Yes, in southern parts, it is popular. I love cashew nuts. They're so yummy. They're not a true nut, though, are they? What exactly is a cashew? They're like a seed, right? They're not. Well, hold on. Let me see. What exactly is a cashew? A cashew is both a nut, but is technically a seed. And the name of the tree it comes from is Anacardium occidentale. It's not a true nut. It's a seed of the cashew apple. Oh, see? So that's what I was saying. It's actually a seed. The familiar curved nut you eat is harvested from the bottom of the cashew apple. Raw cashews have a toxic outer shell that contains urushiol, the same compound found in poison ivy. This is why cashews are never sold raw. They're steamed or roasted. Yeah, a big fat cashew, lightly roasted and salted. So good. Sorry you have an allergy to it, because they're pretty yummy. Cashews are often blended and turned into all kinds of things. It was a seed. I didn't know that. Yeah, it's not a true nut. There are. Ooh, Lapras. Haha. Look at that Lapras. Duh. Lapras would fit in Hawaii easily. Lapras looks like it belongs in Hawaii. There it is. And then here is Kabutops. Nice. All right. Cashew harvesting is a hard job. Yeah, they've got people who do it by hand at low wages in some places, or really sophisticated machines that do it, but they're very expensive to buy. The machines are expensive. I heard that India was losing some of its cashew production to South Korea because South Korea had invented a very efficient way to prepare the nuts using large production facilities. So they were stealing business because the low-wage labor can't compete with the giant robots, the giant manufacturing. And so that's one of those really fascinating things, My relatives did it for a while, seen their hands with burns. Should I open the box Terra Festival EX or wait for the price to go up and sell? Open, 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 open. You got to open, man. That's the only way. What if you pull the chase? All right, so this is going to say Mr. Mark. All right, shipping right away. Cashew nuts are very yummy. How about you guys? Have you guys ever eaten cashews? Who here has... Let me ask a question to the audience. Has anyone here never eaten a cashew? I'd be surprised if someone says... By the way, I found out some people don't like mushrooms. What's up with that? Are there people who don't like mushrooms? Hit print on this again. Is it gonna work this time? Ah, it worked. Good. The God Pack. Pistachio fan here. Oh, yeah. Pistachios are really, really good, too. We are. I was watching a guy who was like a forager of wild food, and he was showing how he gathers like acorns and black walnuts to eat them. And it was really cool. Are mushrooms non-veg? Yeah, they're a fungus. They're a fun guy. All right, let's see. You guys have mushrooms in India, don't you? Wait. Does India get mushrooms? Yes, India gets mushrooms, both wild and cultivated. Yeah, you guys get all the mushrooms. There. Mushrooms made out of fungi. Here's toxicity. I think I read somewhere that fungi was like an evolution that occurred eventually during the dinosaur time period. And before fungi existed, the trees and plants would just grow forever. And when they fell over, you know, they broke or whatever, they wouldn't rot because fungi didn't exist yet. What do you guys think of that? So they just sat there forever, never rotting. Here's Julio Oliveira, one Chinese gem pack. Let's see. Ah, there we are. Very good. The toxicity is very good. Yes, he's $30. That's pretty cheap. Oh, there's still one pack in here. And then he says, the Sweet Tag Moltres. The Sweet Tag Moltres. Oh, this one over here, right? Yeah, there he is. Looks pretty good, right? Pretty good. He graded 10, and the grading's already done. We actually share DNA with mushrooms. What? Mushrooms are one of my favorite foods. I eat tons of mushrooms. There you go. Very nice. I have a seasoning salt, and it's mushroom seasoning salt. It's made out of like shiitake, and they're called like porcini or something like that, mushrooms. And what they do is they dry them out, turn them into a fine dust, and mix them with a little bit of salt. And that's a seasoning. It's a mushroom seasoning. And I'll pour that on something yummy like a boiled egg or cottage cheese. It's really good. You are? Okay. We figured that seasoning out very recently, about 2 months ago or something. And I'm all over it. It's so good. Mushroom seasoning salt. Yuck. Yeah, it's really yummy. Yuck. I don't understand. I like mushroom with hot pot. Oh, very cool. You know, I've never had really good hot pot before. I've had hot pot. I had it at a Korean restaurant in St. Louis, but I don't think I was very good at it, and I kind of didn't like it. I didn't like the idea that, you know, I paid to go out to eat, and I still have to kind of cook my own food in a way. You know, like you have to cook your own food in the hot pot. Also, it seemed kind of unsafe, too. I was like, man, I could really hurt myself if something went wrong here. New bag? Let's get you a fresh bag. So that was my one hot pot experience. It's a really good Korean restaurant, too. The Korean restaurant, it was really cool. If you go out to eat there and you pretty much get any dish, they start you with like appetizers, whether you order it or not. And it's like 30 little dishes of everything. It is. They give you 30 tiny dishes. There's like 2 bites worth of food. And it's all pickled this and fermented beans that and tofu this. But it's all really yummy and unique tasting. And then if you finish it, you can order it again, but the second time costs money. And then they got like all kinds of stuff like the hot pot and the grill, or you can have them cook your food. And problem with that restaurant was if you ate there, you were definitely shelling out $60, which was a lot more money back then. That was like, God, how long ago was that? Like 8 years ago? I was like 8 years ago. We ate there like 8 years ago. We would eat there a couple times, and each time it would destroy us financially because we were so poor, and $60 really was more money back then. All right, let's see. $60 bought you a lot of groceries 8 years ago. We have Oscar Resendez, Bird Break, and 4 Beyond Generations. All right, the Bird Break. Here it is. Oscar Resendez. Things sure changed over time with the COVID-19 and all the money printing, didn't it? All right. Where's the lightning bag? Another lightning bag somewhere. Clearance bag, box battle. Notably, nobody has joined the box battle for the Destined Rival box. I guess people don't like pre-sale breaks that much. Maybe that's what it is. They don't like pre-sale breaks. Because I know if the box was here, they'd probably jump into it. But it is not here, so they do not want it. In India, Toxtricity would be 2,400 rupees. Oh, very cool, man. Such a great bird card. Yes, 4 Beyond Generations. My mother-in-law, she got treatment for cancer in India and survived. She collapsed in India, and they did an x-ray on her and found a cancerous lump in her lung that they were able to remove somehow. And then they put her on chemotherapy. She was diagnosed with stage 4. What's the name of the cancer? It's a type of cancer where you have better odds against it. Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So she was diagnosed with stage 4 non-Hodgkin's. And she spent about 1.5 years in India getting treatment. And it was very affordable out there, which was very important because we just didn't have a lot of money. She was very poor. We were poor. She was out there because she was doing missionary work for the Christian church. And, yeah, that was when she collapsed out there. But it was kind of a sad situation because we knew something was wrong. She had suddenly lost a lot of weight. And when that happened, I said, oh, that's cancer. And I told her that. And they just didn't want, maybe it was too scary to address or something. The problem was they went to an American doctor and he ran tests and didn't conclude what it was right away. And just that one test cost them so much money, I think they gave up. I think they said, nah, it's not cancer, we're fine. They were kind of in denial about it, I think. So as a result of being in denial about it, they didn't want to test it anymore, and the cost was too high. They didn't want to test it. And isn't that sad? That's not the way it should be. So she collapses in India, and India takes her in, and they have very affordable health care because it's India. And they discover the problem, and so she's been treated, and she's still alive now. That was really tough. Karis thought she was going to lose her mom for sure when she heard it was at stage 4. But no, she lived. So, you know. The whole thing kind of makes me upset, though, because I wish the dad had pushed harder to get her treatment. And she's having a little trouble now, too. She's on some medications for anxiety. She's been on them for like 26 years. That's a long time. So she's been on some anxiety meds for 26 years, and she is now having some brain problems a little bit. And so that's the next thing. And we were told the other day that, you know, her mental capacity has shrunk a little bit. So all of that's real tough, man. Part of life. Anyways, she's a real trooper. She's probably okay. They put on her a different set of drugs. And basically, the belief is that after a while, she will snap back a little bit. But her brain will take a while to adjust to all that. So she has a lot of trouble with sleep now, and she has a lot of trouble with anxiety and a lot of trouble with, she repeats herself a lot, apparently. Here we are. Xanax for 26 years. Damn. I wish we had more affordable health care. Yeah, it's a real crappy thing. A lot of people need it, and there's probably some solution, and we're just not figuring it out. Let us have lower quality health care. I don't know if it's cheaper, you know. Let us have lower quality, cheap health care. Why has it got to be... But, you know, and then people will sue if they get lower quality health care that's cheaper. They'll try to sue if the doctor does a bad job because doctors misdiagnosed or something all the time. So that's the problem with that. But, yeah, it's tricky. I guess it's really hard to do. I don't know. Here's Mr. Oscar. There's everyone wants the treatment. Everyone wants healthcare in America, and there's so much demand for it, and there's just not enough supply. So, if I was to tell people to get a job today, I'd say go get into healthcare, man. A lot of opportunity in healthcare. It's a sort of thing that people really want to buy really bad. Oh, wait, you're not Omar Batua, you're Oscar Resendez. And we are really short on room right now. Here's Oscar Resendez. Okay. But that's our story. It's a really unfortunate thing because Karis and I had saved up to move to a new home very carefully back in like 2018. And that's when a lot of this stuff went down, was around 2018, just before COVID. And as a result, we had to delay buying a new home by like a year or two. And that was really bad because once COVID started and the stimulus package came out, all the free money, all the house prices all popped. They all jumped really badly. And we were not able to fully capitalize on that because instead of buying a new home, we were helping her family with the cancer payments because they had trouble with it all. And that made it so that we bought a house about 2 years later, and it was just so stupid. It was so frustrating. Because, again, if we had just bought it earlier, we would have been really well off. We would have paid like $100,000 less for the exact same lake house, like $100,000 less. And it's just the way it worked out. But you can't, obsess over stuff like that. I know you can't obsess over it. It doesn't change anything. But, it's just life. Life plays out that way, Life is always giving you like a bad hand of cards, and then you got to play with that bad hand. It's just how it is. You can't dwell on it. I just remember it going down and going, dang it. Look, the houses are all $100,000 more now. Darn it. All right, Mr. Oscar, I'm going to move you over to my shelf. You are. So you're going to go to my shelf on the left. Okay, there you are. You're on the left. I remember your apartment with the broken sliding doors. Did it have a broken sliding door? I don't remember if it had a broken... Was it broken or was it blocked? I think it was blocked with all the card stuff. I have a learning disability. They found it in middle school after testing me. Ooh, I forgot about this. The Vaporeon Quest sticker. Let's get that one done after the Wi-Fi one finishes. Here's the Mega Break. Here's Execute. Here's... It's, it's interesting repeating all this because I realize some of you guys are newish, and so you haven't heard all my stories before about the past. Some people have been here a long time. They know all this stuff, but some of you guys, this is still new to hear some of these things. All right, there it is. I'm waiting for my turn, says Mr. J. Mr. J, you're funny. All right, let's hand out 2 spots on this free card. We've got Insert Pause Home. Insert Pause Home. And JPH. Okay, cool. We're up to 14. Tomorrow we'll be up to 17, and then the day after that, it'll finish. TCC's life could be a lifetime movie. Well, that's probably true for a lot of people. We all go through our ups and downs. I will say this. My crazy childhood probably could have been a book because I think, you could compare my life to the life of, if you ever hear about these big families and they're just totally a mess. We could be an episode on the TLC channel. We could have been. And it was not good. 11 children, and it was just too much stress. It was not a good situation. It was a very bad situation. Too small of a home. Not enough money. It was not good. And my parents were Christian Catholic, and they're just like, yeah, we don't use birth control. We just have lots of sex and lots of babies. So that was it. But everything worked out in the end, I guess. I guess just how it is. Me and Mr. ran away together. Yeah, me and Joey Albrecht, we ran away together. Welcome to the group, TCC Live. Oh my gosh, the Frank family with the kids tied up and the starved. We never reached that point. I do remember, though, there were like these really severe punishments that were sort of like that on Sundays. If you weren't good in church, you could you could like be forced to sit in a chair in the family room and listen to everyone eat like lunch or whatever. And that was the punishment if you were too unruly in church. So it was just like awful. And you would be scared to get up off that chair because it would not be good for you if you broke the rules for getting up on that chair. But yeah, I mean, there was all kinds of stuff, man. It was just crazy. The parents you just can't, it's too many kids. It's too many kids. Although there were other really large families that seemed like they had it all put together. I think it comes down to personality types. I think the kids in my family were all sort of competitive, rambunctious, hard to control. But there would be like kids in another big family, because when you're in a big family, you meet all the other big families. You just all know each other. And you would meet them, and they were so like milquetoast. They were so, hi, how are you? They were just like slow or something. Like they didn't have the energy. There was a lot of energy in my family. And so there was a lot of fighting in my family. And some other family would be like, excuse me, Mary Jo, or something like that. They'd talk like, thank you. Pass the salt, please. Here you are. Thank you, Mary Jane. It'd be like that in that family. You could tell they had it all put together somehow. But I don't know. People in my family are like, give me the damn salt. Hey, salt. Like that, you know what I mean? My grandfather was a waterman, and he would teach all of us how to swim by pushing us off the pier. And if we tried to grab it, he would hit us with the crab pole. What? He didn't have a living room in his apartment. It was just a walkway between the boxes and the path that led to the PC. That's right. My high school band director has a license plate that says 8ZNUF. He has 8 kids. Eight's enough. That's great. All right. Fun stuff, guys. What a great stream. It's 5:24 in the morning. The perfect time for me to wrap up. We had a nice Sunday night stream. Wasn't terribly high pressure. That's every Sunday night stream, I swear. It's always a bit slower on Sunday. I'll see you guys for the Monday daytime stream, and it might be a bit busier. We'll see what happens. All right, I'll see you guys there. Have a nice night, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you've got friends who you think might enjoy our breaks, or, we got like these cool slab breaks and everything. If you got people who you think might enjoy those, please give me a hand and recommend the channel. Thank you all. Have a nice night.